I gotta run to keep from hiding. I'm bound to keep on riding. And I got one more silver dollar. And I ain't gonna let 'em catch me, no. I ain't gonna let 'em catch the Midnight Rider.
Radio fans, welcome back to another edition on location of Davey Mack's Tales from the South. I'm your host, Bobby Campbell. And joining me as always is the star of the program, but unfortunately, as we learned last week, not the star of this series we're doing. Davey Mack, welcome aboard. What are you doing, buddy?
Hi, Robert. Yeah, I'm here, and I'm here in your apartment.
Yeah.
And it sort of reminds me of Travis Bickle's place from Taxi Driver. It's very scary, dark. There's things all over it, by the way, that I think all the Tales from the Satellite fans should know. There are all kinds of items that, I mean, many of them are illegal.
A lot of illegal items around here.
And I'll just say, just in case anyone's wondering, why are we doing it from Robert's apartment? I'll just give you a little hint. We just recorded the newest, greatest musical moment in internet history, as we have, as be on the lookout for Fire That Ferret, the Brian Cashman song. Davey Mack, Roy Harder, musically have collaborated once again. Lennon-McCartney type deal. Robert has collaborated via directing the video. Well, I guess you were on the track, too.
I was going to say, are you going to rob me of my two big lines?
I forgot. You did Davey Mack's Sports Program.
I did. You want to clear the air real quick? Roy edited that so much, I didn't even know it was me.
Yeah, you were.
I don't even remember sending him a clip of saying the Davey Mack Sports Program either.
I know. He's a genius.
I think he cut. Are you familiar with Bitch Please?
Yeah.
I did the, oh no, not again, East Side Dave. You shit on these fools 2 times? It's the Davey Mack Sports Program.
Bitch
for
please.
Sure.
So we just shot that video outside of Yankee Stadium, and be on the lookout for that, because that is going to be phenomenal. I mean, honestly, it's tied with Tom Brady. I don't know how many views these things get. The fuck Tom Brady song, Lightning in a Bottle, because it happened only 3 days before the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
If you keep that in mind, Super Bowl is going to bump these things up. But what I'm saying is, musically, fuck, baby. This shit rocks. Come on. This is a good song.
One of my favorite songs, yeah.
This is good.
100%. Yeah.
So, as a result, since Robert lives in Yonkers, is it?
Yonkers where it's bonkers.
Now, I
what
believe
they say, Dave. Eastside Dave's the hardest in the New York. All the other hard ends live in Yonkers.
Oh,
that's 50 cent
They
quote.
don't say that.
It's a 50 cent quote.
They don't. No, 50 cent. Sorry, I don't use that type of language, Fitty. But let me say, Yonkers is where Archie Bunker. Wasn't it?
Yeah, Archie Bunker, DMX.
It has a very Archie Bunker feel around here.
Right up the hill there is the Yonkers Comedy Club, which you may know
I
as
parked right in front of I'm sorry, go ahead.
Well, you may know that as the money laundering front. That is the Yonkers Comedy Club.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. Sold out shows every weekend. Never seen more than 8 in the audience.
I parked right in front of one of your neighbor's mailboxes and their walkways. So I hope my car's still here. But I mean, Yonkers is basically like a little neighborhood. It's not this.
Yeah.
This ain't like fucking New York, you know?
No. Well, it's nice because
it is New York, but it's not New York City.
That's true. That is true. But what's nice is, like, you do have enough in walking distance that, like, I don't need a car to go get food tonight, for instance. I could go walk across the street and get pizza,
yes.
But I also have a backyard. It's kind of like the best of both
That
worlds,
is good.
You know? But we are here, and it's so funny you said Travis Bickle, because literally I sent a text this morning that was like, boy, this town needs a good shower.
Oh, Jesus.
That's not even a joke. I'll show you.
I believe you.
But
I've seen you. Your
based on that
your
anger,
short temper is very similar to Mr. Bickle's.
Well,
may I say?
Based on that anger, based on the fight we had before this
Propensity
show.
to explode.
Yeah.
Bury your feelings. Don't communicate anything. Bury everything inside and then
Oh,
explode.
You forgot what? You forgot the big one. My autistic relationship with women and loving whores. Literal whores.
You're on some run, pal.
Yeah, man. I'm going to. Anyway.
One of your prospects got hit by a bus, right?
Yep.
I mean, are we allowed to say that on the air?
Oh, yeah, I mean, at this point, why not?
That's because you got sailed by a bus.
Let's leave it at the bus because I don't know if we want to put the rest of them out on it.
He had 3 3 lady incidents in the past 2 weeks.
4, but anyway.
4.
Anyway.
All right. Well, listen.
We're good.
Tales from Satellite.
We are doing Tales from the Satellite.
And we're continuing the Midnight Rider Saga.
Yeah, and based off of all that anger, I might use what we get to witness the Midnight Rider going through today, which is some hypnosis.
Oh.
Yeah, Dave, man, you love a work.
Love.
This was all a work. I was never angry. I was just showing you I needed therapy. I mean hypnosis. That was Freudian. But so we left it. The rider got introduced. The callers kind of loved him.
If you didn't hear that one, it's episode 13, and that really is the origin story. If you look at this, because like we said, we're going to do this in multiple parts. We're not going to do 9 rider episodes in a row. But if we do maybe 2 or 3, and then we'll break it, do other episodes, and then come back to the rider perhaps. But you look at this as like Batman Begins. That was a lot of, Batman finally showed up proper, in the fucking outfit and shit like this towards the last third of that. So that was this. But now we're getting a lot of rider on this one.
A lot of rider, which is great. And
that's great, baby.
We do have an episode coming about hypnosis shows in general.
Yes.
But what's unique about this is it's someone who's playing a character being hypnotized as the character.
Yes.
And that's a very unique situation that I don't think's ever been done, certainly at that scale of presentation before.
I don't think it's ever been done. We can just say that.
Yeah, honestly, I don't think it's ever been done.
I was already in character as the Midnight Rider and then had to go under hypnosis.
But like all these great stories, it actually starts a little bit before you actually get hypnotized.
All right.
And that's after last week, everybody kind of loved you. Sheepy was made kind of a joke about Braun was like, oh, and over on the boards they missed Eastside Dave. They were sad when he was gone. And he was kind of like, eh. And it was more to support the rider who was in the room than anything. But it was just funny that Sheepy's big laugh was just him going, eh. So they go through that. And then Braun goes, hey, Ryder, do you think you could do a Pal Talk show? Perhaps Friday evening. And you go, yeah, in just 26 hours, Daddy.
Oh, that's amazing. I don't know. What happened? In 26 hours?
I'm going to get on Pal Talk. And Braun goes, I think you need to do the math because it wasn't 26 hours.
In 26 hours, I'm going to get on Pal Talk, Ronnie B, and I'm going to hit the record button, and I'm going to talk to all the lovely ladies on the Pal Talkins. How's it going, little lady? There was a lot of, that was the thing. Everyone liked the ladies on the Pal Talk.
Honestly, I was listening to it for a refresher on the way to the stadium today, and I think you may have verbatim said what the rider said in his promo, so staying true to character. So
I want to say a big hi to happy tapping girls, and the 2 cutes and the Soleros and all the ladies on the Pal Talkins. I want to give a good rider salute to the top of the mountain and to the bottom of the canyons you go.
Hilarious. I love the rider.
By the way, that's a rider impression.
We did the thing where
We've
you're doing the
established
OJ if I murdered her.
This is an if I was the rider situation.
Here's where my head would be. Of course not. Yeah.
This is an if Davey Mack was the rider. I'm just getting into the thought.
Then.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, I thought we were doing a hypothesis in science.
Welcome to the Ronnie Fez Show. Welcome to the Ronnie Fez Show. Welcome to the Ronnie Fez Show.
Hey, DJ, you're on Ronnie Fez.
Yeah, I think the big retarded guy with the Hawaiian shirt, the red shirt, should have made it through. He could have made some William Hung money.
Oh, yeah, him and the bug-eyed guys.
Yeah, they were freaking hilarious.
You know what? They had already done that gimmick last year of the 2 retards that meet in line.
Yeah, it's like they go through the line, search it, find 2 retards, and then say, here, you come stand next to him.
What?
I gotta run, keep from hiding.
Here he comes.
I'm bound, keep on riding.
This gets me excited.
Riding through.
One more silver dollar catch me. Oh, I ain't gonna let 'em catch the Midnight Rider.
There he is. That's right, baby. It's the rider in town coming to you right now, Daddy. You want to talk about day number 2 on the Ronnie B and Fez W show, then you're talking and you're walking with the Midnight Rider. My second day here, and it's been a second day of hooking and jiving, grooving and grinding, Daddy. All the way to the bank with Sapphire by my side, my sweet, sweet Sapphire.
Sapphire's, we used to go on Black Earl. Sapphire is his new girlfriend.
I know no Earl, I only know Sapphire with black and yellow polka dots right there, looking oh so beautiful. This second day on the Ronnie B and Feather W show has been a world of fortified bliss. That's right, baby, you want to talk about what I did today, the producer. Well, today I did a little thing that they call show prep. We're not talking about one newspaper. We're not talking about 2 newspapers. No, we're talking about 3 newspapers that I looked through, and not disincluding the internet. That's right, 3 newspapers and 1 internet. What?
Wow, the 3-time newspaper raider.
You got that right, Fezzy W, because dreams can be captured on land, on sea, or the World Wide Web, Daddy. And that's what the rider's about. He's about dreams. He's about holding the yacht in a strength for us all. Because together, we will as one be on the mountaintop soon. Let me tell you what Ryder did last night. For show prep, last night Ryder went into a little invention called Pal Talk. For a man with one more silver dollar in his pocket, it was quite the experience, let me tell you. The Ryder is used to the swirling dust of Texas. He's used to the fair grain of Kansas and the lovely cacti of Mexico. So conversing with the common man through keyboards and mouse pads and computer cameras was quite new, Daddy. But the rider adapts. Like electrified funk in my Oogie Boogie shoes, baby. The rider always adapts. And so I met the friendly dudes and dames of Pal Talks, Daddy, and I rode with them. I rode with my trusted pony Tiffany all night long while a familiar tune played in the background. And then I came to my senses just what that tune was. It was the theme. It was the Midnight Rider. And I danced. And I danced, baby.
I gotta run, keep
all night long I danced.
I'm bound.
I slipped and I slide, got my bones funkified.
And
I ain't talking about Terra Funk, who I defeated in a Texas rope collar match in 1977. I'm talking about the kind of funk that makes moves like gravy through a baby, baby. The kind of...
Gross.
The kind of funk that turns your spirit into your soul. The kind of funk that Sapphire and I enjoy together oh so often. And day 2, Sapphire and I have become so close. I've been pushing the buttons on the phone, and Sapphire plays things in this new machine called the Delete System, which can play you musical songs, parodies, and comedy bits of all splendor. Because it's about dreams, babies, spiritual adventures, moral endeavors, and being together, Daddy. For I've dined and wined with kings and queens, and slept in the alleys, and died on porks and beans. It's riding that rainbow like a newborn leprechaun, feeling the colors, the gold and the sunshine warm your soul. It's about the common man. It's about the Midnight Rider. You spell it R-I-D-E-R. It's almost a palindrome, but it's not quite, because of the I and the E. But that doesn't matter, maybe, because nothing is perfect. You know what isn't perfect? America. But it still allows you to achieve your dreams. And that's what the Rider's here to do. They ain't gonna catch me, no. They ain't gonna catch the Midnight Rider.
Wow, there he goes, Fezzy.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ryder. I never had a producer pull back the curtain there and let people hear about the Delete and the fact newspapers have to be read.
Yeah.
Well, there they go. He goes up.
Right on, Ronnie B.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
There they go.
Come on, Sassy.
Yeah.
Come on, Sassy, now. He's just okay.
Yeah, they're dancing together.
Quit that.
Off they go.
I'm glad to see him getting along.
Yeah. Off they go. All right, thanks. Thanks. Mark, you're on the Run of Fez show.
What's up, buddies?
Hey, buddy.
Ronnie, you have to do me a favor. I am such a Midnight Rider and Sapphire fan. I would love an autograph. Is there any way I can get this?
You know what? There's a very good-looking wanted poster on ronfez.net right now. I wouldn't mind having that printed out and having him sign it for you. So check back in later with the Rider, okay?
So that morning, something funny happened to me. Or funny happened in my opinion, which is Earl was late, as he was known to do.
God damn him. You
And
see what he fucking does to us?
He gets
Tardy.
I think he gets the nickname the 11:15 Rider, or the 11:15 Snoozer, or something along those lines. But it just made me chuckle. So the air is kind of already angsty, and they bring up we've got a hypnosis. Don the Hypnotist is in tomorrow.
Awesome.
Ryder, would you be down to get hypnotized? And you say,
I don't know. You're gonna have to.
of
remind
course,
him.
yes, Dad. Whatever the show needs.
I mean, of course the Rider was gonna do it.
Yeah.
You no problem to run a no problem whatsoever.
And just before that, Earl said he was going to be Mr. Can Do, and he goes, "No, I don't think so. I've got some demons." And the Rider didn't. Just a minute ago, Safi, you said you was going to be.
You were gonna be Mr. Can Do. Obviously, you are now officially Mr. Cannot. Thank you very much. The Rider will be here on, Saturdays and Sundays, and make sure you tip the waitress and try the veal.
What dark secrets was he afraid were going to come out on air? That was
No,
always his excuse, is that dark secrets would come out if he got hypnotized.
So, one of the things that Don said is you got to find the right people for the hypnosis show, because I can't do it if they're not creative. And I have a feeling that Earl heard that. With all due respect, I hope he's not mad. But fuck it if he is, because that's what this show's about, being honest. It's a happy retrospective show, by the way, a positive show. We're not trying to start drama and bullshits. But he was, I think, intimidated by the fact that Don said, I can't hypnotize people if they're not creative. Okay?
That's fair.
If you don't have an imagination, you are not hypnotizable. And that is the truth. Because there was like 7 or 8 of us.
Oh, yeah.
And I won't skip ahead, but
Yeah.
I'll just say 1 or 2 people were not hypnotized, and they did not go into the Ron and Fez show and do the segment because they legitimately were like, it didn't work for me.
And this is going to be interesting because I'm a skeptic. So coming in from that perspective, I have my theory of what I think happens, but it's interesting.
I'd like to hear.
Basically, I think it's kind of like, Dave, you have what I describe as a naturally drunk personality.
Jesus.
No, this is a compliment.
I
You're
mean,
very outgoing.
I barely drink anymore. Not going to say I don't do a little less. And, I don't want to lie, too. I do like IPAs.
Everybody loves IPAs. IPAs.
Yeah, but,
I get
all I
IPAs
need
for
is
IPAs.
like 2 IPAs a week with a little bit of weed.
I'm
Good
not.
to go.
No. I think you mistook me. What I was saying is calling you an alcoholic. I think you don't need alcohol to be social.
I'm just fucking around.
But like you'll go with it if somebody goes, "Hey Dave, why don't you do a Robert De Niro impression?"
I'll go with it. You're talking to me? I mean, we already established that this is Travis Bickle's Bobby Bickle. From
Exactly.
now on, he's Bobby Bickle. I can't do it De Niro,
But
huh?
you tried.
That was fucking
And that's
terrible.
my point. You'll do whatever.
Hold on.
So
Insult him a little bit. All right?
That's
good. Well,
that's pretty good. That was pretty good.
You got a little out of yourself. You insult him a little bit. No, Billy. Drinks on the house. Huh?
That's great.
That was awful.
Oh,
That was.
I was just trying to be
I'm
positive
the
and
only
full of
person
energy.
who can't do a Robert De Niro impression. Remember, like in the '80s, you don't remember. Who the fuck am I talking to?
Negative 10 years.
Forget what I was gonna say.
When all the
Well,
comedians had
They
him
all
walking.
They all had Shatner, Nicholson, De Niro.
Walking. Did you say that one?
Well, I would say after Jay Moore. See, he really deserves the
That is
fucking like. See, he was the Jackie
Jay Moore,
Robinson
who poured
of the
hot
God-
sauce.
100% though. Jay Moore should get he should be suing people because I would be ticked off if that happened. Jay Moore's Christopher Walken impression is everyone's Christopher Walken impression. They're just doing Jay Moore.
I believe you and Ron said the exact same thing
Yes.
on air, describing
not
him because
fair.
he's that perfect.
It's
But
not fair. It's the same thing that when Dan Carvey did the Johnny Carson, and he was like, I did not know that, and all that type of shit. No one was saying, I did not know that as Johnny Carson
Or-
before that. But then everyone thinks they're doing Johnny Carson. You're doing Dan Carvey.
who did Seinfeld first, where he did the "What's the deal with?" Because Seinfeld doesn't have a joke where he actually uses.
No, he
that.
does.
He does have one, right? But it's like
No, when I was a kid, he would do, and what's the deal with sock hangers? I mean, are people actually getting their socks and hanging? Are there sock closets? This was like in 1989, and I remember being a little kid thinking that's the funniest thing ever because every pair of socks in the 80s and 90s
had a hang. Yeah.
came on a little fucking hanger.
I remember that.
It was
Yeah,
silly.
yeah, it was fucking nuts.
So that was one where he had a "What's the deal? What's the deal with
But-
the sock
Yeah,
hangers?"
but somebody made that his thing.
That's
and then everybody who does an impression.
That's true.
But you're actually illustrating my point perfectly. Is
Yeah.
I brought up.
I did the first Francesa. Not Deadspin, not anyone else. Like, you can fucking go back and try to find a YouTube video, try to find anyone else on radio, try to find anybody doing that fatso from WFAN in New York, Mike Francesa, doing an impression. No one else did. I did.
And you are illustrating my point beautifully, which is you do all these things. You're willing to do it on the go. You don't need any goading or prodding.
Who does a Dreyfus?
Who does a Dreyfus?
Who else did a
Oh,
Dreyfus?
I was going to say Eastside Dave.
Martin, these billboards are. Wait, Martin. Oh yeah, Mr. Mayor Vaughn. Mayor Vaughn, could you look up at that billboard, please? Now I want you to take a very close glance. Those proportions are correct. What you have here is a perfect eating, swimming machine.
That did have a little
I brought
bit of.
red and I bought white. Marianne Moffat.
did have a little of Mice and Men in it as well.
And then I got Quentin Tarantino.
But you get my point. You're willing to do whatever. You don't need any prodding. There are people.
Fuck no, I just gave
like-
you two impressions. I guess
like
you didn't
Earl
wanna hear
Douglas.
The, Tarantino.
Oh no, we're about to get to it. But like Earl Douglas, who don't do that without alcohol in their system. They need something to lubricate them up. So I think if you're already that kind of person and they get you in a certain state of relaxedness, you're more willing to go with whatever they do.
Yeah.
You just kind of focus on that thing and you're like, yeah, this is what I'm doing. That was
okay.
kind of my theory.
All right, so it's a good theory. I think that I did multiple hypnosis shows, and every single one of them took. What I would say to you is you're not far off. However, if you can push your imagination the way Don the Hypnotist wants you to, you can go into a little bit of a zone that you might not usually go to or you might not do. And you're right. It's like you're inebriated and you don't give a fuck. But the reason why is because I had blackouts on the hypnosis show.
Okay. Oh, I was going to say, I know you just said you only drink 2 IPAs at a time. Is there something we got to talk about?
I meant I had hypnosis blackouts. I
Okay.
didn't touch any alcohol, for the record, before any of the hypnosis shows. But there's absolutely moments on the hypnosis show. I mean, I barely remember, obviously, now any of my Sirius XM satellite career. That's why I need you setting it up for me. But even back then, I remember having moments where I didn't remember anything. And when they would play the audio, like they played an audio one time where I don't want to give anything away, but we went into some sort of song.
Yes.
Okay,
we're gonna get into
I don't
song.
want to. I didn't remember that.
And that is a bit that Ron, just as a preview of the hypnosis show, usually comes up in just about every hypnosis show, is they sing a song of some sort.
No, see, I didn't know that.
And what's crazy
Wow.
is, and this is where, even as a skeptic, you start to go, there's something to this, is how everybody gets on board.
Wait, are you saying most hypnosis segments had a song?
Yes. Unfortunately, most of them didn't do what yours did here. We'll get to that. I don't want to
Okay.
give anything away, but
Yeah, we're not
made
gonna-
it with the best one ever.
I
but-
know that one's in there, and I'm pretty sure it was. And the reason why I know is because the rider, because I think they put me on their hypnosis a few times,
I believe they did. I believe
but
they
the
did.
rider only once. Right?
Only once is the rider, yeah. And honestly, my favorite point that Ron kind of brings up throughout all this is how quick everybody is when they're hypnotized. But so
Yeah, you just don't care.
that kind of makes sense. That's kind of like it's a suggestion where you're relaxed and you get so relaxed that you're just going with whatever he says and you don't even remember it.
And you're right.
doing your
The
own thing.
feeling of alcohol it's similar because you have you're just totally free.
like the
But
suggestibility.
like I said, there is a fuzziness, and then sometimes a straight up. I did what now? I don't remember that at all. So there is something to it.
which is impressive. Very
Yeah,
impressive.
There is.
So as we're going into the rider show, or as we're going into the hypnosis, he asks if the rider will. Yes, Earl won't. Earl goes, I believe intern Chris will. And is this the first mention we get of Peppy Hamburgers, as
Intern
Jared so
Chris.
loves to refer to him?
Intern Chris Pepper Stanley.
Chris Pepper Stanley. And he comes up the day of the Hypnosis show, which is pretty great, too.
Wow, and we weren't even calling him Pepper at that point?
No, it was Intern Chris.
Intern Chris. Great nickname there, Earl. See, I mean, that's why everyone gave me shit for, I mean, what does pepper even mean? I'm like, at the time he had a salt and pepper type of thing with his fucking hair and beard or whatever the shit it was. So I did, salt and pepper. Hey, Pepper.
Hey, Pepper.
Real quick. I think Pepper's a great fucking name.
Yeah,
I mean, Pepper, it rings.
I've heard a number of theories on where the nickname came from because it never was really addressed on air. Like,
came from me.
From you, and I know you're the foremost authority, but a lot of people like to say he looked like a young Pepper, or Bill Hicks, so they called him Pepper Hicks. Is that where that part came from?
Pepper was from me.
Pepper,
Ron
yeah.
thought he looked like Bill Hicks.
And so that's where Pepper
Hicks.
Hicks.
So then Ron threw in the Hicks.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right, that's where that came from.
Complete nickname was actually, yes, one of the few people that have a first and last nickname.
Yeah,
Pepper
which
Hicks.
is, as we've talked about and Braun said a million times when he found out what Chris's real name was, you went with a radio name? He has the perfect name for radio, Chris Stanley. It's made for, that's a radio guy's name already.
Is it?
It seems fake. Like, it's so plain and
felt
Midwest
boring
American.
to me. Yeah, exactly.
That's
it
my
had
point.
a
Yeah.
Midwest weatherman. Like, I don't know, Chris Stanley. With all due respect, I mean, it's a nice name. I'm not going to fucking shit on the guy. First of all,
it's a beautiful
I
name.
named my son Stanley.
After him.
No! After Stanley Kubrick. But now, fucking every time I talk to Pepper, I go, shit, that's fucking guy's got the same last name as my son.
I named my kid after you.
But, that is kind of crazy. But, yeah, I thought, like, Chris Stanley was just, like, generic ESPN anchor, Sports Center anchor at,
Not
1 o'clock
necessarily,
in the morning. Not even one of the famous ones. I'm Chris Stanley, and the Mavericks beat the Nuggets 116-112.
What happened to the Power I formation? I thought he got his name because he was shaped like a bell pepper, and it was a redneck.
Oh, wow.
But
I mean, shots fired.
No, of course not. Pepper's the best.
But it's too late now. After he hears that, you're a fucking dead man. Just don't blow up this goddamn fucking place, Pepper, until I'm out of it. I'm going to be here for another hour and a half, I think.
Yeah, we haven't even gotten to the hypnosis part.
Jesus fuck.
So then Danny's supposed to get hypnotized. The two girls, you, or the Rider, and Pitzie.
Okay.
Day of the show comes. Earl goes, who's getting hypnotized? Or Ron asks Earl who's getting hypnotized. And nobody's gone into the back yet. And Earl starts to point out, the same people we just said. Danny from O&A. Lily attempts it. Melissa, maybe not Melissa. What was an intern from O&A maybe? Another chick.
No.
Michelle?
The lady that,
maybe?
I don't know. Yeah, maybe.
I believe it was Michelle.
All right.
Maybe when we take our break, I'll look it up so I don't keep using the wrong name. But she doesn't come in too often. God, my phone's blowing up. It's nuts.
Don't worry about it.
So we were at the point. So Earl goes, Danny, good. The two girls, good. Ryder, obviously, good. Fez is getting hypnotized, good. Earl still won't because he has those dark secrets. And then we find out, no, in fact, intern Chris will not be getting hypnotized because he has to run the mics. And this leads to an entire blow-up between Chris and Earl right away where he's like, yeah, I said I would volunteer to get hypnotized, and then you pointed out somebody needed to run the mics. He freaks out because the Rider changed everything around on him, and that's when the Rider gives him the nickname of the 11:15 Arriver.
Oh, that is good.
And it leads
well, he
to a
wasn't
fight.
there.
Yeah, and
Is Chris the intern going to be hypnotized?
Yes, he is. He willingly wants to get hypnotized.
Yes, willingly would be the way to do it.
I see the kid shaking his head no as Earl's volunteering.
He's not going to be hypnotized?
Yeah, he said he definitely wanted to get hypnotized.
Is Chris going to work the mics or get hypnotized?
He's getting hypnotized.
Chris, which are you doing today? Because I already talked to you earlier.
I'm working the mics.
All right, so you're not willingly being hypnotized. I will take his name off there. Earl, after the show, your confidence is going to be taken care of. All right, we got Pitzie, and then Danny from O&A is going to go on there.
Great.
So that should be interesting.
Very good.
Don, the hypnotist is here. His website is hypnotictouch.com.
Now, Don, also we've had people write to us. They got a bunch of ideas that maybe we could throw in and help you out with. What kind of person does get hypnotized easily? What do you have to be able to do?
Well, a lot of people say, can you just look at somebody and tell? No, I can't just look at you and tell. But I will say something that might help is if, as a child or even now, if you are a sleepwalker or have been, you go right to the top of the list.
Fezzy, you were a sleepwalker, right?
I was a huge sleepwalker as a kid, all the way through college. I would leave the house sleepwalking. They would have to go down the street and find me.
And then you'd come home stinking of cum.
Didn't happen all the time, Ron.
I'm just saying. It's one of the things that happens. I don't know whether you were sleepwalking or living a double life.
That was the exception to the rule. At least let me put it that way.
All right, Earl, how come you don't know what your staff is up to?
Because game plans get changed without anyone telling me. That's why.
You're the producer.
You're the head coach.
I am the head coach. I had the whole thing outlined, and then on the air, it gets switched out on me.
Let me check with somebody who is confident, the Midnight Rider. Midnight Rider, what happened there?
The Midnight Rider knows the game plan. The Midnight Rider saw the game plan like he sees the land of hopes and dreams. Unfortunately, Sapphire was a little bit tardy as usual today.
That's horseshit.
That horseshit, Sapphire. Now relax, Sapphire.
That's absolute horseshit.
Relax, Sapphire. We are together. We are a creamy.
My name is not Sapphire. God damn it, it's Earl.
All right, Sapphire. What time did you finally get in here?
So I got here by 11 o'clock. I outlined it last night. I had the sheets outlined this morning. And the whole freaking game plan got changed on me as it happened. Like, literally, that sheet I gave you, that was the outline.
Midnight Rider, meet the noon arriver.
The thing is, if you had such sheets outlined, as you say, why not give them to the people who can then give the host those sheets, rather than keeping them to yourself in your little polka-dotted folder, Sapphire, which I think is so lovely.
Who read the sheet out, Midnight Rider?
You wouldn't think a mass desperado is that big into paperwork, but apparently he needs it to do his job.
It's a far cry from the dusty sins of Oklahoma City and Cheyenne.
All right, hold on. Just hold on, Ryder. All right, Earl. Or, as you want to be called now, the noon arriver. Why don't you know what your team is up to?
Because I was gonna lose control from
Stay positive, Sappy.
My
Sapphire,
name is
please.
not Sapphire. It's Earl. My name is Earl. E-A-R-L.
Sapphire?
Isn't that on Thursday nights?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Earl. What happened with Chris the intern? Why would they switch up on you? When I came in, Chris said, yes, I'll be running the mics along with Bronx Johnny.
I mean, as recently as like 11:40, I sat down with him. I spoke with the man and said, you ready to get hypnotized? Yeah, I'm ready to do whatever you want. It's like, fine. And that was it. And then I find out on the air that we swapped it out.
Well, I found that before then.
I knew before
Nobody told me.
Sapphire, unfortunately, you volunteered the entire XM staff to get hypnotized. And some people must run microphones.
That is true.
And the technical equipment to broadcast the radio program.
Or else it'll be just a very quiet broadcast today.
No, we had that covered. We definitely
Actually,
had that
we
covered.
didn't, Sappy, but that's okay. Stay positive.
I can't even see you in there today. You gotta fix the lights, Earl. It's just
There's a glare.
Yeah, it's just a giant glare.
Or it may be the yellow polka dots.
Yeah, that's not helping from there. Yeah, you're just not going to be able to be seen today.
That's worse.
Why are you
Whatever
upset?
did is worse.
Why are you upset, Earl? Do you want to be hypnotized?
No, I do not want to get hypnotized.
Why? Because of the devil?
No, I just do not want to get hypnotized.
What are you worried about?
Everything. That's what I'm really worried about. I'm just worried about everything.
We'll find out that you played on the down low a little bit. Is that it?
I've not played on the down low.
Would you please check in with the Midnight Rider and find out how the show gets run every day?
Check in with me, baby. Sappy, the only thing the rider wants to do is help achieve your golden dreams. Keep an open heart, sugar. This is not the Sapphire I know. The Sapphire gets oogie boogie. The Sapphire is prepared and is on time.
By the way, anyone who doesn't like this bit is an asshole. It's too fucking funny. Sapphire, please. I need you today, right?
No, I'm ready to go. I am absolutely ready to go. But this stuff really pisses me off.
Why does it make you mad that you're not running your own show?
No, people do things behind my back and then slap my name on it. When shit goes wrong, all of a sudden, well, Earl did. I
Yeah,
mean,
that's true.
always happens.
Yeah, I always be.
That's why they do it, because in the end, they'll just throw it back on me.
Yeah, I hear that all the time from people, that Earl did this and Earl did that.
Get me one of those Earl stamps for the next time I take a shit.
Do you feel like, Earl, you don't have anyone that you can go to? You don't have a partner? There's no one here you can trust?
Oh, I definitely don't trust anybody. I mean, I trust you. I trust Fezzy.
Right.
Outside that,
But you don't trust your own staff.
Yeah, I don't trust my.
You
own
don't
staff.
trust the rider?
No, I do not trust. I don't trust a guy wearing a mask.
It's just another.
And
instance.
here's the crazy thing, just to give you a little fucking
Please.
backstage. So we mentioned last week that I literally had to go so far with the kayfabe that I was living in Brooklyn at the time, and on the subway, as soon as I got into Manhattan, I would begin putting on the rider gimmick. So I literally, people would always see a guy in the subway. Once we crossed into Manhattan, put on a luchador mask and a cowboy hat and just sit there on the thing. The reason why is because the O&A guys, because they're not like funny and they can't come up with anything creative on their own, so they were trying to sandbag one of the most brilliant bits of all time, and it was whoever can get a picture of Davey Mack dressed up like the rider or like with the rider mask off. In that entire time, I was never photographed by anyone with the rider mask off. And here's the thing. They positioned O&A interns and even like a Samuel Roberts or an Eric Nagel right there at the subway. They assumed that I was not going to stick to kayfabe and that I'm going to come walking out of the subway whistling Dixie like the fucking dumb redhead that I am. Well, tough shit, baby. I fucking stick to gimmicks. You understand me? And so I fucking get outside, and I remember even the interns going, oh, shit, he's got the mask on, he's got the mask on. That's right, I have the mask on. I'm a lot fucking better than you. So my point is, I stuck to that shit. Well, flash forward to the fucking Don thing. The writer's now having to fucking
direct the show
do
in character.
A lot of fucking show prep, but also, yeah, just like interns, like, okay, what's your name, little intern? Oh, Dennis. Okay, Dennis, we're gonna need you to have one of the cameras out and about in case we want to put any of this footage on the YouTube. Are you familiar with the YouTube there, Dennis? It's a brand at the time. It's a brand new website, Dennis, where you could actually upload your very own videos, Dennis, and the next thing you know, you're a computer star live on the World Wide Web, Dennis. So you're going to be in charge of the YouTube videos. Now, Chris Stanley, you're going to have to be on the mic. That kind of thing.
And can I tell you how brilliant that was? Because I do think, like, as somebody who didn't listen to The Rider the first time live, like, I went back and listened to it.
Why not?
I wasn't around. I wasn't aware.
You
I
weren't
didn't even
alive?
have Sirius in my family.
How old are you, like 8?
I mean, I'm 31. I know I look 51, but no, like, we didn't have Sirius. I wasn't aware, but
You didn't have Sirius XM back then?
being able to
He could afford it. He couldn't afford it. Woo!
and now look at what I can afford.
Hey,
An
it's
$8
beautiful.
tapestry.
It's beautiful. I love the classy fucking lamp right to my right here. I mean, come on.
Want people to know what's expected if they're in my
I know,
bedroom.
but it's like I'm in the fucking red light district in London over here. I mean, I'm expecting like to walk past like a window and there's some fucking chick, you know, in the bra and panties, like, come on up here. I give you $34 for a blowjob is what I do. £34 for a blow. What say you, American Yank? That wasn't, by the way, an autobiographical incident that happened to me when I was 17 years old, but we're getting very tangential.
And how you lost your virginity?
No, I'm not going to speak anymore on it.
What's the worst accent to get sexually talked to in? Because I once had...
That's pretty bad.
I once had a...
People love the British accent, but when you have the low rent
Can I take it
British
one step
accent,
further?
it's not good.
I once had a chick, like, you know, back in the days where you could meet a chick on, like, Omegle or something.
Yeah.
She sent me a voicemail of, I want to feel your cock in my pussy, but it was like a Scottish accent.
Okay,
And it sounded like fat bastard. I can't do the accent, but if you imagine fat bastard going, I want to feel your cock in me pussy.
I want to feel your cock in me pussy.
Never responded.
I want a cock in me pussy. Put it right either. Pull your fucking meat stick right in my fucking lady hole, would ya?
Have you ever heard the noise of an erection disappearing? Because that's how fast it went away. Anyway, I'm not even sure how we got
the
here.
British chick I used to go out with. She was great. Kaz.
Yeah.
She's actually a wonderful lady. We're still friends on Facebook. Never had a
blow up,
a fight, anything. Never even broke up. Her green papers or her papers thing. She literally had to go back to England.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
that's perfect.
And we tried to keep a long distance relationship. I was like, this isn't gonna work. I don't think.
I'm not moving to England.
Well, yeah, I'm not going to be going to England. But the point is that she had a British accent, and everyone was like, "Oh, she's classy, she's classy, she's classy." And then like,
not where I'm putting my cock.
And we met because we were both waiters, waitress, at this hotel, and she would say things like, you know, we is good with all specials. We is very have delicious foods, and she wouldn't know how to fucking talk the proper Queen's English. And even though she's English,
you think she was faking?
And she was like, "We is good? No, we are good. Even though I was her boyfriend, we are good. Not we is."
And if you keep talking like that, we ain't good, bitch.
So my point is, the British accent not always 100%.
No.
Whores, not calling Kaz a whore. I'm talking about the whores that I saw, perhaps met when I was 17 in the red light district in London. And then Kaz, who's very nice, not a prostitute, but did have a little bit of a away we go tonight. Hey, where we do?
Stick it in me, chimney,
Yeah.
chimney, chim.
We think every British person's like, "Hello, Robert. And may I get you some tea? And is everything okay, dear?" You know, we all think it's that kind of thing.
No, it's a lot of.
But yeah, it's a lot of that type of shit.
I say if it ain't American, it ain't right. That's just me, though, Davey, man.
Whoa!
But back to what we were talking about, which is not getting to see it live. Being able to go back and watch some of these clips that were on YouTube and available, make it like a true experience.
I'm glad that was shot.
And the fact that you were able to do that in kayfabe while Earl was once again dicking off. But you skipped over a fascinating point, and I want to get back to it. It's amazing. It feels like a number of the O&A former workers would rather try to take the piss out of somebody else putting into effort something and then go gossip around about
100%.
it. Like, rather than being like, oh, man, this guy's putting effort in and it's not working or something like that. Like, if there was a frustration, they go gossip with everybody around him and turn that into content instead of, putting any type of effort whatsoever in.
If they had taken as much time as they were trying to get a photograph or a video of me masked, if they took as much time to put into their own comedy sketch or character or song parody, etc., they would have had probably 50 new characters, 50 new sketches, and 52 songs because that's all they were trying to do. And they failed. They never got a fucking photo or video of me in that time period with the mask off. So they failed. Every fucking attempt was a failure. Once again, Davey Mack superior to the O&A staff. Face.
So,
and that's how we're going to end Tales from the South.
So, you're going to get hypnotized. Everybody
That's right.
is ready to go.
Do you know how he used to say it? Do you know what he used to do?
No.
Robert, you're on a very nice, beautiful cloud staircase, Robert. And you're on the top floor, Robert. And you're going to walk down. Go ahead, yes. 9, 8, and with each step, Robert, the step gets fluffier and fluffier and more peaceful until you get down to step 3, 2, 1. Now you're totally at peace, Robert. Now I'm gonna fuck you, Robert.
Yeah, yeah. See, I knew that's the shit they do when you get you hypnotized. That's why I was praying Our Fathers.
But that is what he did.
Yeah,
Cloud staircase.
No, I've heard that one. I've heard the sailboat to an island.
I always wanted to watch. I always thought that was a fun little look. You know, how come we didn't go old school with the watch on me?
Did you ever watch the show The Mentalist?
No.
The way he would always get people was with a pen. He would twirl it
Oh,
in his fingers
I like that.
to the same pace as a clock, though. But yeah, same idea. I could see it working. I am surprised that Earl was afraid it wouldn't work on him.
No,
because
yes.
he's not imaginative. Whereas
Exactly.
you would think somebody who faints when you go Febreze
Ah!
would be faintable easily, or like easily manipulative.
That's not
it turns out-
imagination.
yeah,
that's
no,
just
that's
reaction. And I think that he just instantly said,
Thank you.
Yeah.
No, the reaction's a perfect example. You
Yeah.
would think somebody who was going through life on autopilot would be easily hypnotized. Is what I was trying to say.
Not if you don't got anything upstairs.
No,
It's all
but that's
fucking oatmeal north
great.
of the eyebrows. That's the point, is that if you don't have creativity up here, you cannot be hypnotized. Earl knew that. Shit, Don might even have said Earl's not going to be
Makes
hypnotizable,
sense.
Ronnie B.
That makes sense. Great point. One theory we had, and we'll address this before we take our first commercial break and get into you guys getting hypnotized, is a theory that Archivist had. Because as it's going on before the show, you guys kind of chatting and stuff, Earl's the only one who cannot get the vibe of when to join in with the Sapphire bit and when to not be a part of the Sapphire bit. So when everybody wants him to just join in and dance, he puts his foot down and goes, "No, like this is stupid." And then when everybody like is expecting him to be Earl, then he's like, "No, call me Sappy." Like he never figures that he zigs when he's supposed to zag the whole time. And
He does the opposite.
if you take it a step back further, the whole reason we're in this bit is because Earl screwed up a party and wouldn't take responsibility for it.
That's
So like, is there a measure of guilt going on this whole time? Like he
With
sees
Earl?
that he put you in this terrible position. Now you're making it incredibly entertaining, and he's just trying to be a part of it. It's not working, so he leads again. You know what I mean? Like, is that part on his mind? Because it seems like a number of steps along the way, he doesn't want to screw up you having success now, so he doesn't want to get hypnotized. Maybe.
No, I
Like-
mean, I'm not. He's not a bad person, but I will say he wasn't thinking of me at that time. He's not trying to help me out in any way, shape, or form. No, and he's not a bad guy. I'm not trying to talk shit.
No. But I was actually painting him out to be a worse guy than you were, which was self-focused in the sense of, like, how bad do I look that I put this guy in such a bad spot, and he's still just now he's running twice as many laps around me.
Earl is very tough to know what's going on upstairs. Partly because he's crazy, okay, and partly because he is a major introvert. How he got into fucking radio is beyond me. But these are the two fucking characteristics of Earl Douglas. Insanity.
Genuine lazy bum.
Well, insanity, introvertism. And when you have the craziness, and yet he doesn't, like, he wouldn't explain anything. So it was always tough to read Earl. But really, I just think that before specialty shows like this, he was straight up terrified. I'm not even going to say nervous. I'm going to say, and here's how I know. We talked about this before. He has his goddamn ginger ale. He finishes the ginger ale very quickly, but he keeps drinking what is an empty can. It's a weird nervous tick that he just keeps going like this, and there's no ginger ale in the can. The can's been full. I mean, empty for 15 minutes. And if you go, well, Earl, where are we going to set up the microphones, and where is Don the Hypnotist going to go? Oh, God. Earl, there's no ginger ale in that can. I picked it up. I know there's no ginger ale in that can. So don't go to the fucking ginger ale can, you fucking nervous OCD freakazoid. Give me a goddamn answer. But yeah, that's what would happen. It was the specialty show of Don the Hypnotist and other special episodes. I hate to say it. He would get terrified. I'm sure he's not like that anymore.
Now,
Trying to be nice here.
In light of some discussions we may have had recently, perhaps was it that he was afraid that he didn't know what he was doing? And now
Yes.
that with everything else going on, he wasn't going to have the normal support system of you, of Fez, who, let's be honest, was doing a lot of the board work for Earl, and of a surprisingly talented intern in Chris Stanley.
I know we said this last week, but just remind me, is Earl in behind the glass, or is Fez behind the glass, and is Earl in the studio?
So I believe at this point, Earl is behind the glass because of the hypnosis show, but had
Because
been
Fez is
transitioned
being hypnotized.
to studio.
Gotcha.
So it would have been out of
Okay.
space. But you get what's going on.
Well, no, yeah, I just that's important. I gotta know where everyone is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think that Earl Douglas just gets a little rattled.
That's fair. So at this point, everybody goes back to get hypnotized, and
Walking on cloud staircases.
That's
having
what's
a good
happening back
time.
there. Baby Love is in the studio because her father, help me out. Baby Love, who's her father?
Baby Love.
Baby Love Watley, Mikey something.
Baby Love. Mikey D.
Did he
No,
have two
that's
kids?
No.
Mikey Boy.
Oh,
Mikey
Mikey Boy.
Mikey Boy.
I'm sorry.
I was just blanking on the name.
No,
dude. I'm
I
so
know.
sorry.
I mean, obviously, I love Mikey Boy to death.
And
Actually,
the best way of going, hey, remember this obscure nickname you gave his kid? Is probably not the best way
yeah,
to jog your
no,
memory on him. No.
Baby Love. I just had no memory of that, but that was Mikey Boy's child. That's right. I remember
And
that.
Fez got to babysit for one afternoon, and
Yes.
they wrote the sleeve song "Baby Love Watley," which is why it was on my mind, and which is what you're gonna hear as we go to our commercial break. But before we do, it's time for a real commercial. Are you ready for this, Dave?
Oh yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, the best way to enjoy any show of Tales from the Satellite is with some popcorn. Would you agree?
I love popcorn, Robert. Popcorn is my favorite. You have no idea how much I dig popcorn.
You love movie theater, and then what do you do? Do you do anything unique with it?
Robert, sometimes I put butter on it. Sometimes I put hot sauce.
Well,
but
if
I
you're going to
just
put
love-
hot sauce, you can't put an inferior hot sauce, could you?
No, I
What's
was
the hot sauce you use?
Oh, I was. You know the brand, Robert. The best brand. I was the one who gave you the name. Go ahead.
Silk City hot sauce.
Silk City hot sauce, the #1 hot sauce in the United States of America, and the official hot sauce of Davey Max Tales from the Satellite. And we thank Silk City hot sauce.
We certainly do. And we know it's the holiday season, so you're looking for gifts to give. Every podcast you listen to has recommended X, Y, or Z. If you really enjoy the Davey Max Sports program and looking for an extra way to give back, use the promo code RIDER. We get a couple bucks off of that. You'll get a deal, whether it be something $10 off your order. You know, he mixes it up depending on what your order size is, but it's always good.
What's the promo code?
RIDER.
Rider.
RIDER, like the midnight.
All right, like the Midnight Rider, baby.
There you go. And
Listen, man, well, Silk City hot sauce is so nice. It's so nice and sweet. You see, baby, you don't need your hot sauce tasting like lava, daddy. You want the hot sauce with a little bit of sweet, a little bit of sour, and then a little bit of spicy, baby. And that's how I do it. I put the Silk City hot sauce on my beans when I sit there around the campfire. You know, on a cold winter's night down there by the range. And I just sit there and stir, and I eat the hot sauce. I go, oh, this hot sauce is so good, daddy. And then sometimes the hot sauce makes me feel so good, it makes me feel like a wolf, baby, under the full moon down by the canyon. I'm going, whoa! Silk City hot sauce, yo, the best, baby, because I got one more Silk City hot sauce, and I ain't going to let them catch me, no.
you ain't going to let him catch you?
I am going to let them catch the Silk City hot sauce.
Use promo code RIDER. Jeff's a great guy. Help us, help comics. You get the deal. We'll be right back.
Baby Love Watley.
Perfect name.
My baby love. My baby love. My baby love.
Fezzy wants to have a little baby, so he don't have to live alone. Bennington believes all Fez really needs is someone he can love. Baby love, adapt yourself a new life. Baby love,
My baby love.
baby love, baby love.
Baby Love Watley.
And everybody knows Fez would make a real good mommy. 10 little fingers and toes. She looks a lot like Ronnie.
Here, take this pig rattle. You like that pig rattle? It's a pig and it rattles.
Hush, little Fezzy, don't you cry. Baby love's gonna make you feel alright.
Baby Love Watley. promise not to eat my baby.
I can't promise, but I will go out of my way to try not to.
Hush, little baby, don't say a word. Fez is gonna buy you a mockingbird. And if that mockingbird won't sing, Fez is gonna buy you a diamond ring.
This, I swear to God, it's like looking at John Wayne Gacy.
My baby love.
Baby love, baby love, baby love, baby
Buddies, here we go. I believe everybody is just about hypnotized. They're still in the other room. And I'm not sure. I went over and peeked in there. I'm not sure if Danny from the O&A show was able to go under. So we are waiting right now. I don't know whether Don the Hypnotist is going to be coming by himself or bringing the whole gang. But the hypnosis, yep, here they all come in. I'm already cracking up at this fucking situation, because you just see the motley crew led by a zombie walking Midnight Rider. So it looks like, oh look, and then that part of the pack is Danny. So here they all come in. Pitzie laughing his ass off. Yeah, Pitzie already cracking up. And Don, how did everything go over there?
Oh, everything went well.
All right, we got to work the mic levels for this. Work the mic levels, Earl. All right, try it again.
Everything went well.
That mic's not really working, so let's switch mics. All right. Yeah.
Okay, well, everything went well. We've got all of them, I think, but one.
Yeah. Danny did not go under?
He was very close. I think if he might tell you, I think he did kind of a roller coaster of maybe going and then coming out and going and coming out.
What happened, Danny?
I was just finding it difficult to relax. Like I felt like I wanted to, but it felt like my body wouldn't let me. And every time I wanted to go there, I felt my muscles tense up, and it was a constant distraction.
Now, do you think it's because he's, just got off a long shift, or he's not the type of personality? Do you think that there's other times he would be able to do this?
Yeah, I mean, for some people, it may be that it's just a one-on-one was really for them rather than being in a group.
Another thing I felt like I know one of the things is that we, to sit a certain way, and I kept feeling like I wanted to cross my legs, and I felt I was fighting the urge to cross my legs, and I had my mind occupied with that, so I think that might have contributed.
A little bit of a control thing for you?
I don't know. I was immediately uncomfortable with sitting still.
That's interesting. All right, everybody else went way under. Now, I noticed as Pitzie came in, he was cracking up. He's laughing. Anything about that?
Is everything going pretty good? Really?
What's so funny with him?
Oh my God, that's the funniest thing ever.
What happened, Pitzie?
I don't know, man. He's just funny.
Something about Don that's funny?
Yeah.
Yeah. Something about Don works. How about the girls? How did it work out for the girls?
I think they were pretty relaxed. If I had a choice, there was one that's a little deeper than the other, I think.
Right. We want to do anything with them just to check in, or?
Well, let's see.
Yeah. We'll look over at them. All right, here's the... let me give out the phone number here. It's 866 Ron Zero Fez. 866 Ron Zero Fez. What's going on, ladies?
I don't think I'm under.
No, you're not under?
I don't either.
No, neither one of you down?
They're close.
Yeah, both of them are just close?
Very close.
All right, Pitzie definitely is under, so we also have got Fez under and
the Midnight Rider.
And the Midnight Rider. Let's just see if you can knock everybody out, just to see what happens as you give them the quick sleep, and we'll see who goes under strong.
Okay, we can do that. Everybody eyes on me. Take a deep breath, and eyes closed. Sleep, deep sleep. All the way down, deep sleep. Deep sleep. Okay.
Okay. So it looks like everybody went down except for Lily, as I predicted.
Right.
Predicted very on Lily.
Well, like I said, one was definitely more than the other.
Yeah, and that's the one that you felt about?
Yep.
Yeah.
And we are back. So, Dave, you're wide awake with us.
Hell yeah!
However, the Ron and Fez crew were not. And we're about to find out which members were able to fully be hypnotized.
Ooh, okay.
Do you remember any of this? I know you said you didn't want to give something away, but do you remember fully?
I was hypnotized. Fez. Pitzie. Right?
Both made it under. Fez, no-brainer. He's been hypnotized before.
Yeah.
He actually he mentions at one point Don in his personal life for a couple of things. Like for flying, I believe.
Yeah.
No, for flying, I believe he tried that. Yeah, and Pitzie, Ron didn't think was going to be able to go under.
Oh, yeah. He's a little more creative than you realize. Anthony Pizzatola, what's up, Pitzie? I still talk to Pitzie.
Now, Ron phrased it as control issues, but with your insight into an imagination, I could see maybe where people were concerned about he wouldn't be able to make it under. As was other members. Anyone else you remember about? So
that's all I remember.
We sent 2 girls in, Lily and Shell.
Shell Bink.
Yep.
Okay.
That's because
intern?
Rob did some research in the break.
And then and who was the other one?
Lily, of course.
Oh, Lily. Yes.
Now, either one of those?
Yeah, they. I think I remember Shell.
So as they went in, Ron goes, I think one of those 2 will. And as they come in, Don goes, I think one of those 2 are under. And both go, no, we aren't under. And he goes, all right, just sit there and we'll see. And then 3 minutes in, he goes, out. And everybody goes out except Lily stays awake, so she's out. You were right.
Yeah, she didn't have it. I don't mean like she didn't have the creative thing, I guess. I don't know. If you go in dubious, and she was one of those people, she was a doubting Thomas. Well, if you go in, there's 0 chance you will be hypnotized.
What if you're not a doubting Thomas, but you're actively trying to prevent somebody from getting into your head?
Then you're not going to get hypnotized.
Okay, all right. I don't think I'd be a good hypnotist.
Yeah, you won't get hypnotized in that way. You got to be willing and wanting to get hypnotized.
See, and that's anyway. Kind of like the episode of Scrubs where they hypnotize the person who doesn't want anesthesia.
Watch that shit.
Turns out when you get cut open, that ability to be willing and open goes away pretty quickly. But so yeah, you pretty much nailed it. It's you're under, Fez is under, Pizzie's under, and Shell's kind of in and out. She stays out for the first segment, and the first person they wake up is the rider. You said you don't remember a lot of this, Dave. What the fuck? How did this come to be? Because you're put in a position where you're Mr. I'll do whatever.
Yes.
The person playing the rider or the rider, however you want to look at it, was doubly that. Like you're already more willing than most people, and now you're being double that.
That's right.
And now you have to be hypnotized, where you just pointed out the lengths you went to avoid letting O and A break kayfabe.
Yeah.
You're now being hypnotized, where you're not going to be in your full conscious mind. Do you call Don ahead of time?
No.
Did you guys spring that on him the day of? What was the process? How did you...
Told Don, make sure you hypnotize me as the rider. Simple as that. So when you put me under, I said to Don, make sure that you are the Midnight Rider right now, and you will be going under as the Midnight Rider, and you will stay the Midnight Rider even if we ask you to do other things. Even if we ask you to do other characters, you are the Midnight Rider. That is who you are. So he gave me that base of I'm the rider.
So that does make sense coming in from that perspective of you are this person. That's who you are.
He hypnotized me to basically be the rider.
Yeah. Well, hey.
In order then to hypnotize. So there was like two or three layers of hypnotism going on with the Dave Man.
And normally the skeptical side of me would go horseshit. There's no way, like we're acting. You weren't ever hypnotized. You stayed in character, but we see something so brilliant. And Dave, you are the most most talented entertainer I work with. But I'm going to be...
no. In your face, the rest of the people who he works with. I mean, all of you just got put below me live on Tales from the Satellite.
When it comes to across the board, you're Mr. Do Everything. Even you I don't think would be able to pull off something that occurs within this hypnosis show that we're going to get to in a little bit. Like, even with all your talents, and even if you combine your genius talent with all the talents of all the other people I work with, I still don't know if you could pull off what happened so brilliantly without some level of either mental illness or other effect going on.
I'm very curious
But before we get to that, you're the first one they wake up, the rider.
Yes.
And the rider wakes up. I'm sorry. Everybody's awake when they come in, but they talk to you first, and they go, hey, rider, we're here with Don the Hypnotist.
Mhm.
And does that, when I say Don the Hypnotist, does it trigger any desires from within you?
No, is that a keyword?
It was one of your triggers, yes.
What was it?
Anytime someone said Don the Hypnotist, you would talk about how you were the ass man. And you could identify animals by their fecal matter and farts.
Get the fuck. Okay, I don't remember this at all. At all. And this isn't because of years ago, because there are things of this rider hypnosis segment that I straight up remember, like, very well. So this whole animal thing is out the window. I'm telling you, you're going to get a lot of blank spots if you're asking me, like, to remember shit.
No, I was curious.
Yeah, I got no idea.
That does feel like a hacky hypnosis bit that they would go to every time. Like, it doesn't feel like anything particular to the show.
Fair.
Pitzie just finds everything funny. He's giggling. Honestly, it feels like every time they say Fez, he starts laughing. And I don't know if that he just finds that phrasing funny. What's going on there, but that's his thing. Fez is awake. He's it's Fez.
What's he up to?
He's just kind of Fez.
So Don just hypnotized him to be Fez.
Well, at this point, everybody's just kind of in the hypnotized state. So then they put everybody under, and the next thing you go into is.
All right, let's talk with the Midnight Rider a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Person whose shoulder I'm touching right now, and only that person. I'm going to count from 1 to 3. When I say the number 3, you'll open your eyes. 1, 2, and 3. Eyes open. How you feeling?
I feel great, Daddy.
Good.
I feel like I slept for 2 weeks, Daddy, baby. I hadn't slept so long since I was in the White Plains of Alaska.
White Plains of Alaska?
Riding on my horse, Daddy.
Wow.
I can't believe the disease that I got under today.
Yeah, he went.
A very, very comfortable sleeping bag outside for the rider. So rested. So comfortable right now.
All right, and Don the Hypnotist is...
Assman's in the house now, Daddy.
What's that?
Assman is in the house and ready to play ball.
All right, Don the Hypnotist is here.
The Assman is here. Does anyone have any animals? You know what I'm talking about. The Assman is in here. I have a degree in animal flatulence, baby. I'm talking about your beavers, your zebras, any type of four-legged creature. It could crawl, it could swim. You can get me a fish if it farts. I know it. I know the smell well. Assman is a professor of animal farting.
All right, now you gave him something that every time I say Don the Hypnotist.
It's the Assman is here now, ready to participate.
Yes.
For you in animal biology, what comes out of their anus, what comes out of their rectums.
All right, 866-RON-0-FEZ, 866-RON-0-FEZ. Don the Hypnotist in here with us.
Assman ready to conquer the world of animal flatulence. Someone find me a small antelope. Someone find me something fine, because I'm ready to rock and dine. I'm ready to look into the ass of a frog, see what kind of farty he has. I am an animal fart expert. Assman.
All right, 866-RON-0-FEZ. We got hypnosis here. Fez is under. Pitzie is under. Doesn't look like the girls went under. Danny did not go under. But Don the Hypnotist is sure.
And the Assman is in the house, playing ball with everybody to have some fun.
Yeah.
Because we're going to check out some animals. Someone grab me a cheetah. Because when I find that cheetah, I want to see a puffy brown cloud coming out of that cheetah. He's the master of the animal farts. It's the Assman.
It is the Ron and Fez show, and we are doing the hypnosis show. Now, Earl when you see this is not something that you would want to be part of?
No, not at all. And just want to remind everyone that if you want to find out more about Don the Hypnotist, go to Hypnotic.
Yes, man, comes alive now. There's somebody there, a shock in the house. People think just 'cause they're underwater, Daddy, that they don't fall. Well, every animal who walks God's green earth and who sits under God's rainbows does falling from time to time, Daddy. And if you don't know, just come to the Ass Man, baby, and he'll show you the way.
Yeah,
go ahead, Earl.
HypnoticTouch.com is the website where you can find out more information about Don the Hypnotist.
And the Ass-Man, too, because that's what he does best. The Ass-Man finds a way to see the parts in every creature, be it the human, be it the little tiny frog, be it an insect. If it's there, it's gonna be there, baby. If there's a fault to see, there's gonna be a fault.
No.
And sleep.
And, yeah, just sleep. Wow, he's fucking wired. He is wired. So every time he would hear your name,
right,
he goes into that. What do we got for Fez?
Let's see. Person shoulder I'm touching right now, I'm just going to count from 1 to 3. When I say the number 3, you'll open your eyes, remaining in this very relaxed state. 1, 2, and 3. Eyes open, wide awake.
Fezzy, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good, very relaxed.
How did everything go in there with Don the Hypnotist?
I think it went well. I think I went under really, really deep.
Good.
Yeah.
You did really well.
Yeah.
Very relaxed.
How do you think the Midnight Rider went under?
I was kind of like in my own world, so I really didn't notice what was going on around me.
Yeah. Okay. That's interesting. All right, you want to get some fun with these guys, Don? Or
I'm going to... Everybody take a deep breath and eyes closed and sleep. Deep sleep.
Yeah.
Okay. Person in the shoulder I'm touching right now and only that person. In a moment I'm going to count from 1 to 3. When I say the number 3, you'll open your eyes and you'll realize that you have some news to tell everyone here at XM. Apparently XM studios have been taken over by the Energizer Bunny. And you're here to break the news that the Energizer Bunny has done a corporate takeover of XM. And you're here to tell the news. On the count of 3. The rest of you will just open your eyes, remaining in this very relaxed state. So 1, 2, and 3. Eyes open.
Well, I don't know if anyone heard yet or not.
What happened?
The Energizer Bunny is taking over the XM studios. They need, for some reason, out of all the studios we have, it's the Energizer Bunny that needs this one.
It's not a good thing for us, then?
No, it's not a good thing for us. Now we have to have the constant drum beating in here all the time because the Energizer Bunny is taking over the studio. Why does a toy bunny need a studio?
Yeah.
And now we got to announce this to everybody. We have to announce that, from now on, this is the Energizer Bunny studio.
Now, did you hear this from Don the Hypnotist? Or?
It's the Ass-Man! And if you show me a platypus or porcupine,
but it
doesn't matter what happens if this is here.
It's
and
very
you tell me about a bunny. Fucking hell, the bunny's gonna come in here and take over with flatulence, and I'll show him what's bad.
It's very important that we get this news out. Everyone needs to know this. It's very, very important. The Energizer Bunny is going to be taking over this studio.
Don't worry about it. Don the Hypnotist will make sure.
Come on, it's the Ass-Man, and he's ready to play the lamb. Because it's not funny if it's a bunny. And it's not Grail if it's a whale. But something still's going to come out, and it's going to be false, baby, because the Ass-Man knows he's a professor expert.
The important thing is that if it's this studio first, it could be any studio next. It could be anyone's home. It could be anyone's office with the Energizer Bunny just coming in and taking over.
All right, let's, we got a couple ideas here for people, so if we could just take them down.
Deep breath and eyes closed, sleep.
Yeah.
Deep sleep, all the way down deep.
I'm forgetting the order here, but we'll go through the whole show, and it doesn't matter if it's not chronologically correct.
It really doesn't matter.
But at some point, Shell, who claims she wasn't awake, joins into the bit and just starts answering questions. So all of a sudden she's up and in, and I believe the one that triggered her was what we were alluding to earlier.
What?
The song. Which is you guys were woken up and told you were a Chinese boy band.
That's right.
In America.
This is the one I remember.
And it's so... Okay, if I told you to come up with your Chinese name right now, I'm not telling you to, because it would probably be something stereotypical.
Yeah, I mean, you're like looking for me to get canceled?
But just I'm talking about your awake brain.
Pak Show.
Pak Show. Okay, that's kind of a go-to one. Like Ming Lin, all those. Everybody's name both sounds Chinese. And like not stereotypical.
Oh, so
it's impressive. Yeah, like it's unique. I think yours was like Kobli Kai or something like where it sounded. You're like, okay, I buy that, but it's also not what you would think of stereotypically.
I had a lot of respect for my my Chinese name and my Chinese friends over there in Asia.
And you guys get asked why you're in America.
Yeah,
you wanted American girls.
That's right, we did.
The writer in particular points out full figure.
Now, question, is the writer doing a Asian accent, Chinese accent?
I believe everybody's doing.
Uh-oh.
But again, not South Park accent.
Not South Park.
No,
Okay,
like
good.
actually feeling like you are. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like into it.
Who knows? Maybe some kind of weird fucking Asian ghost inhabited our souls for a second.
I've always said I think hypnosis is the work of the devil.
It
So
could
fair
be.
enough.
Maybe maybe hypnosis people are more into like voodoo and dark magic, and that's how they're getting people hypnotized. But they just don't want to like kill or like pray to Lucifer. So they're like, I have these warlock powers. I'll just make like $35, dollars a night at the local Motel Inn.
I'll make $40,000 a year traveling the country 360 days. But so then you guys get asked to sing a song.
Yep.
As a group, do you remember this at all?
Definitely remember this. I know me and Pitzie were big Backstreet Boys fans. Yeah, Backstreet Boys fans at the time.
Yeah.
And we liked That Way. That was their big single. And that was our favorite. Both me and Pitts agreed that is definitely the #1 Backstreet Boys song ever. Period. And in fact, I think it was the best song of any of the boy bands. Yeah, I'm looking at NSYNC, and I'm looking at 98 Degrees. What? You're a 98 Degrees fan? Why are you jumping the mic?
Put on Bye 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 and that bullshit song, and we'll see which one people jam to. Okay.
Bye 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 is
Backstreet Boys. Backstreet Boys were all flash and pizzazz and dance. They didn't have the melody of NSYNC. They didn't have the heart of NSYNC.
You couldn't have just said something with the you had the exact opposite.
All right, I'll let you make your point.
Bye 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 was all dance. That was Bye 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 Bye, and That Way by Backstreet Boys was melodic. It was a ballad. It wasn't a dance song at all.
I will allow you to finish, but just let me correct you. It was Ain't No Lie. Bye, bye, bye. You got to remember the dance moves, Dave.
I know, but the whole point was bye, bye. See,
but
it was too poppy. Like,
okay, yeah. But how'd solo careers go as far as talent? Anyway,
Timberlake.
That
he's pretty good.
Lance Bass.
He's
doing what we want to be. What both of us would like to be doing right now, hosting
I don't
a show.
Work for Sirius XM.
I meant hosting a radio show.
Well, I do host a radio show.
Not
the Morning Rat Race, 95.9. Hold on, I'm a success. #1, New Jersey's biggest radio station, WR18 95.9 FM. That's 95.9, The Rat, for you laymen out there. And guess who is #1 for now 33 books in a row in the morning? Me! Eastside Dave, one half of Carl and Dave, the Morning Rat Race. Weekends, baby. I mean, weekdays. WRET.com if you're not in Jersey.
Congratulations on your
I have a radio
on your
job.
success.
Yeah. I've had a radio job for 20 years.
Sometimes when I try to use the royal we, it's so my life doesn't seem so sad.
Well, yeah, but don't put me involved in the loser camp.
Fair enough. You were #1 on the Rat, and I'm just hoping you don't see the rat in my apartment that we're recording in right now.
But the funny thing is, I mean, I'm not trying to brag, but 2003, I got my first paying radio gig, and so this is actually my 20th year. If you can believe that.
Wow.
20th year of radio. And consistently.
What?
Never stopped. Other people get fired. Other people get this. Other people get that.
What crime against karma did you commit that 20 years into this you have to spend at least once a week with me? But so okay, anyway. You sing a Backstreet Boys song.
Backstreet baby, that way you are my fire, the one desire. You are my suitcase, and and I'll bring you that ways. Yeah, that's the Backstreet Boys. Now, but we had to do it as a Chinese band?
You did it as Chinese,
right,
and you guys were all synchronized.
What?
Yeah.
How?
It was incredible. That's my point. Like, that's very, very impressive.
I promise you we did not work on this before the show in case you were going there.
And we talked a little bit earlier in this about it, but like it seems like every time they do a hypnosis show, that's one of the go-to bits, and it works every time.
Well, my only thing about how it could possibly work, if me and Pitzie, we were Backstreet Boys, we would know the melodies. So even though we were probably talking gobbledygook, we at least knew the song.
And it's pretty...
Fez could follow us because Fez is actually kind of musical.
Despite hating music.
Yeah, but he's
but that's what
quite
even more
musical.
impressive is that given
makes
that
you Fez
and
music.
it is very clear the rider would have been the Timberlake of your Chinese Backstreet Boy. Like you took the lead and kind of carried it. So that was a great moment of the hypnosis show. What do you actually remember? Any of the fun moments?
That was one that I remember. Is the song.
Okay.
But then again,
that might
I'm
be
not
because
sure.
of the video that's been circulated so
Yeah.
much. You never know. Yeah, I said circulated like I was super autistic there.
Then again, I'm not exactly sure. No, I feel like I do have a memory of that because I remember standing like next to Pitzie and next to Fez, standing up doing that song. But it's like I said, it's hard to remember a lot of the hypnosis bits. In all honesty.
All right, one of the things people asked for, Don, if we could have the Chinese Backstreet Boys, that if they could be a boy band, but they're all Chinese.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, for those of you that are under, take a nice, easy, deep breath. And let it out very slowly. Great. Now, in a moment, I'm going to count from 1 to 3. When I say the number 3, you'll open your eyes. You'll realize you're a Chinese boy band. You're here in Manhattan doing your U.S. tour, and you're being interviewed at XM about your latest album that's out that you're out promoting. All of you talk in very, very broken English. And you also may be asked, of course, to sing one of your new songs off your new CD. On the count of 3. 1, 2, and 3. Eyes open.
All right, we are here, XM Satellite Radio, and look who it is. It's the Chinese boy band. What exactly is the name of your band?
Chichichua.
Chichichua.
Mm-hmm.
Chichichua.
Chichichua.
Chichichua. Chichichua. Chichichua. Chichichua. Chichichua. Chichichua. And give me each your names as we go down the line. You are
Xingshang.
Xingshang, and you are
Fihei.
Fihei.
Dodo.
Dodo.
Dojo.
Dojo. Okay. And this is
King Kogasa.
I'm sorry, what's your name?
King Kogasa.
King Kogasa.
Yes.
And the name of the new album is
Wow.
Yeah.
Don't.
And what is the album basically about? What is the theme of the album?
Yeah.
Simply to is simply America's women. Chachi. Simply America.
We want to make love to American girls.
I see.
Simply
Teenage girls.
Simply women.
Shapely women.
Simply women.
Oh, I understand now.
China, too flat. China.
Too flat in China. You like the big titties?
Yes.
All right. Yeah. Now, do you do any cover songs? Do you sing any?
Yes.
Oh, what songs do you guys cover?
This was Dinchon esale, Dinchon esale, Dapido edo pachakino cha, Dapida e nothing dakichoda, Dapido e dapiba pichoda, Dima charida.
Very nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice. yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Shapely women.
Shapely women.
Shapely
you
women.
Now, Don the Hypnotist is got everybody deeply under right now, so we'll take them back under, and I'll give you another one of these.
All right, everybody take a nice, easy, deep breath.
Yeah.
And eyes closing and sleep. Deep sleep, all the way down deep sleep.
There are a lot of great ones. Earl plays ball at several points by plugging Don the Hypnotist whenever there's a down moment. And then, of course, the rider goes into, I'm the ass man!
I'm the ass man, baby. Oh, I'm the ass man. Yeah. Come on, baby. Look at my ass. Oh, baby. Look at those big, shiny white cheeks, daddy. Ooh, come on. Give a touch. Give a touch to the ass man, baby. Oh, that feels nice. That's so sweet, baby.
A lot of that. It's amazing how the parallels there. Like, I truly think the rider might just be within you.
Yeah.
Like the whole Fight Club situation.
What people don't realize is that since the rider inhabited my spirit, my soul, captured my body, he's never actually left. So what people don't realize is there are plenty of times where the rider comes out. Usually it's a supermarket, someone's taking too long or something like, Come on, lady, let's get those grapes checked out a lot faster, baby. What are we, individually checking out the grapes? Put all the grapes in a bag and then put the bag through the goddamn thing. And let's get this show on the road, baby. The rider's got a place to go. So the rider does come out quite a bit in my everyday life. It's sad.
Riders, it's almost like he took your dreams, put them in his heart, and then
took my dreams and put them into your heart, and I'm going to take your dreams and put them into my heart. That's what the rider does.
I love it. Sometimes I just want to just keep feeding you rider cues and sit here all pod.
Well, pretty easy. Yeah, and I'm not hypnotized right now.
I mean, he's within. But another great bit is you guys all do a Big A impression, and I got to be honest. Listening to that at 2 times the speed, sitting in bumper-to-bumper traffic on the way to Yankee Stadium is not the way you want to experience that. It's hilarious. You guys all do a great Big A impression. All completely unique. Like, everybody picked up on a different aspect of him that they got.
Fantastic. Love Andrew.
If I have to give it to anyone, Ryder's impression's probably the closest, but that's probably because he spent the closest amount of time with
Big A. And I are in cahoots and have been for about 20 years. It's always fun. Did I tell you recently we did another wrestling gig real quick, and he takes photos, and people don't know that we.
Well, then where the fuck was he today, Dave? You know who could have solved all of our goddamn camera problems?
He doesn't know how to work a film camera.
No, he does not.
But they don't know. The wrestling fans don't know that we've known each other for at this point 20 years. So because we even met before I started working at like an ONA event, so. Every time I go out, I'm the bad guy manager. I fucking harass the shit out of him. I tell him, step aside, fatso. I said, don't take my picture unless you give me $5. I say, God damn it, I say terrible shit. The fans want to kill me. They think I'm bullying this poor man. It's Big A, Andrew Gold. But they don't know any better than it. Yeah, they just think he's the photographer guy who's at the wrestling show. It's wonderful. I love it.
And he's a great actor, too.
He is sensational. He goes with it phenomenally. I sometimes give him like the backhand. I go, get out of my way, fatso. I'm trying to walk around the wing. And when I give him the backhand, he actually cowers. He's like 6'6". He actually cowers on me. It's fantastic.
He's great. And I got to tell you, I thought of you today.
You did?
As we were, another show I was on was watching a clip of wrestling at, I would say, a level maybe slightly below the IWF.
See?
And a guy came out.
That's my league.
And this Big A reminded me of it, but it reminds me more of your interaction with the one young fan and his mullet mother.
Oh, yeah. The blonde lady and the little kid, her little kid with glasses.
So the guy came out and did the classic to a young girl, like, oh, give me 5, pulled it away. And then, Dave, he spit his gum, and it hit the girl. Like, he spit it, and it came out at a velocity. And he got about halfway to the ring before the girl's dad started beating him up from behind. And I was like, thank God Dave runs the bit by somebody before he goes out there.
Oh, I don't run the bit past Kevin.
No, but those two know what you're doing.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's not like you don't cower him. You
Right.
do that to Big A. But
no,
like,
but you're right though. If one person though thinks I'm bullying Andrew, and because they don't know about it, and they do think it's real, and if they're having a bad day, yeah, you might see me get sucker punched, or someone fucking take their shoe off and throw it at my goddamn head. I could see that happening at IWF. Not a lot of security there, Kevin.
No, not
and the
at
Dave Man gets like fucking volcano heat at these things now. I've been at IWF for 7 years. I just won a championship. The people wanted to fucking have a riot that the Dave Man, New Jersey's greatest manager, would win a championship. What are you surprised about? All I do is win championships. My whole fucking life is a championship.
Dave wins again.
Dave wins again.
I'm not going to chant because it's just me, but you get the idea.
That's a phrase everyone chants.
And Big A is how we got here, and you guys are all in your Big A form, and then you play a game show as Big A, all of you. And my favorite part is at one point they asked Michelle, and they go, "What are you here and what are you playing for?" And she just goes, "I don't know." And they go, "I guess you're deeper under than you thought, huh, Shell? Just hang around."
That's funny.
That's one of the great moments. At one point, the rider gets hypnotized to be Galo.
Paulo's wife.
And Fez gets hypnotized to be Paulo.
Oh my God, that would be sensational to hear because I don't remember this, but as we've spoken before, I couldn't get enough of Paulo and Galo, and in fact I liked everything about Paulo, the movie reviews, the Oscar blurbs, Oscar blurbs. I always tried to call up with an Oscar blurb when I was just a caller. Okay, there wasn't one time where an Oscar blurb segment went on that I didn't at least try to participate. Sometimes the phone was busy. But God damn, I love those two.
And
with
I
the fucking
gotta tell you,
craziness of Gail O.
With your love of them,
What a character.
and with the fans' love of the clips, I
Yeah.
think we should just throw that whole segment in right here. Goo, we're back.
Wow,
That was fun, huh?
we're back already.
Yeah, I didn't think we needed a full break there.
All right,
I think you and I could catch our breath at some other point.
thank God.
So that was another one. At one point, Pitzie gets hypnotized that Shell is his girlfriend, and they have to break up because she's moving away. The rider
I remember this.
and
so this
Fez.
is weird because I remember that, and so hypnotism. It's like it works. Like okay, I can remember the shit that happened to Pitzie. I feel like I remember way more with Pitzie, and I don't think there is a video of this. If there is, I haven't seen it, but I remember a lot of the Pitzie shit because maybe I was just watching. But when you're under or something and you're the one having to do shit, you don't remember it as easy.
I'm not aware if there's video of this part or not, because like I know the song in particular is something that people repopulated, but we'll take a look and see. But the rider, I could see you remembering this because the rider was very distraught. Like everybody was hypnotized to be sad that it was happening.
Oh right.
But the rider just loves love, baby.
Yeah, the rider's gonna. Oh my God, where the Midnight Rider loves romance so much. In fact, my favorite day of the calendar year is February 14th. They call it Cupid's Day. I call it St. Valentine's, Daddy, because the rider loves love. The rider loves him some sapphire. The rider pines for his sweet, sweet sapphire. Sapphy, where have you gone? Oh, my Pitzie and Shelley Bank, please don't break up. The world can't take 3 significant breakups. Brad Pitt, Angelina Jolie, The Rider and Sapphy, and Pitzie and Shelley Bank. Please stick together. Please.
Pretty much same energy. It's really, but you're really into that.
I remember this a little bit.
I don't remember which segment it was part of. The rider gets hypnotized that he's pouring hot sauce down his pants.
Oh God, that's
everybody
we're just trying
else.
to give me fucking awful nightmares.
Well,
scenario?
my favorite part is as the rider, you're like, the rider knows this is a bad decision.
The rider doesn't like this. The runner feel this before that he had to believe the runner had to go maskless to the hospital, Daddy. And the Sapphire wouldn't even pay for a cab. Sapphire made him walk all the way to the hospital 12 blocks.
And I do think, actually, this may have been part of the next segment, which is a staple of any hypnosis show, and that's what you get everybody convinced they've smoked the world's strongest weed.
That's always
and they're
fun.
Super high
And happy and fun and laughing.
And then, so everybody gets nice and high.
Yeah.
You're having a good time, and then Ron starts fucking with you. Who's missing?
Oh, yeah. This I remember a little bit. See, this is weird. I get the flashes. This one I have a flash because there was a strong and intense air of paranoia in the room, but now I'm realizing it was just paranoia for the knuckleheads who were being put under hypnosis because, yeah, it's a radio show. But I remember this being very intense because the paranoia was intense. At least it was for me.
And that makes perfect sense.
So I remember this.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird.
I think so they get you high, and then Ron starts doing that, and then they kind of calm you down a little bit, and they go, all right, keep smoking, you get high, everybody's feeling good. Then people go, I need water, so he gives her hot sauce, and that's how the rider ended up getting his hot sauce. And then everybody starts freaking out because of the hot sauce.
Yeah.
And then you calm down, you get high again, then he starts fucking with you. And what's up with Bronx Johnny? And the rider is the one who does not like Bronx Johnny. He's like, you look like a fucking cop. I've seen this get up before. you look like somebody trying to dress cool. And like, he is ready. Get him out of here.
Funny.
Get him out of here, Ronnie B.
And I love Johnny so much, Bronx Johnny.
Absolutely.
We just texted on Thanksgiving, by the way. Happy Thanksgiving again, Johnny.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy holidays, Johnny.
He texted me as well, believe it or not.
He's
God
such
love
a nice
that man.
person.
Beautiful soul.
Love Johnny.
God, I wish he was around.
Yeah, I know. Oh my God, I wish all these people were around.
But
I mean, Pizzie's stuck in Long Island. You know, like I said, we text and shit. But you know,
now
I guess Roy's in Long Island, and I could just drop on by when I go to when I go to Roy's house.
I love Pitzie, but they're very distinctly different parts of Long Island.
Oh, they are.
Like Roy's neighborhood, I drive through in my car, and they're like, "You don't belong here." I think Pizzie's
really
they'd
nice.
be like, "You also don't belong here, but for other reasons." You get my drift between the two?
Yeah, I think I do.
Like Roy lives near
other
50
Caucasians
Cent.
is what you meant.
No. Roy lives near like 50 Cent and like super successful people.
Right.
Pizzie's like, if you're not Italian, get out of my neighborhood.
Oh,
that's how I'm getting
type
at.
of neighborhood.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess he does probably live in that.
Which
type
I'm
of
Italian, but even I don't have enough Italian blood in me to get through his neighborhood. Is
Yeah,
what I
you're
was getting at.
barely Italian.
Somebody's not getting a pizza on their way home. But so yeah, that happens. They get you high, and then Ron starts to dial 911. And I don't know if this is for radio or if that actually happened, but it is, and it sounds like it did. But it is described as the rider dove and slammed the phone down.
No, I can't imagine. Yeah, no, Ron wouldn't actually have done that, but he definitely faked it, or he would have faked it, and and that definitely would have caused an insane reaction from the Midnight
But I'm
Rider.
saying I don't know if the rider, like if he did, like, oh look, I'm gonna do this, and the
Yeah.
rider like actually dove at him, or if it was just Ron describing.
No, I dove at that goddamn phone. We can't be called 911 and get all fucking arrested and shit. No, I mean, even I love Ron, but I have massive respect. But come on, we were going to get pinched in that scenario. We were all fucking high as blazes, and marijuana had not been legalized at that point.
No, and at this point, the level of angst you're showing is being shown by everybody, so he decides to calm you down by playing a Beatles song.
Oh.
And what song did Earl put on?
If you say Revolution Number 9.
No. It was not that one.
Oh, wait, is it a song that I don't like?
It's a song that I don't think would calm people down.
Okay. Helter Skelter, or is it?
I believe it was.
My other thing was going to be Revolution, but it's probably Helter Skelter.
You know what? Let's take a break so I can confirm, and we'll be right back. And after the spin job of the century, we are back.
I was going to interrupt you for a second, but then I just decided not to.
Go ahead, interrupt.
Well, I was going to do, go ahead, bring it back.
And
after.
Oh, boy, that would have been bad.
Really bad. And everyone would have hated it, so let's just not even do it. Let's keep going with the rider, though.
Yeah, let's keep going. And we learned, what song was it?
It was Lady Madonna.
Okay, I actually remembered. I was just seeing if you did. It was Lady Madonna, which is just a terrible choice.
Madonna? Lady Madonna, I'm at your feet. Wonder how you manage to make ends meet. By the way, quick aside. Love Sublime. And my favorite song is that one song that they do, Santeria. No.
Early
in the morning, rising to the street. Hand me up my cigarette and I strap shoes on my feet. Come on, Lady Madonna.
I got a Dalmatian.
Come on, bro.
I can still get high.
I'm the only one who's always
I can play the guitar like a motherfucking right.
But it's the same thing.
Dude,
same melody.
I'm picking up on stuff like that. I think maybe it's because I'm hanging out with you. But Roy showed me a band, Stiff Little Fingers.
Sure.
The Irish's answer to Sex Pistols. Yeah,
he loves them so much.
And dude, they play a song that Rage Against the Machine completely ripped, 100% to a T. I'll show it to you after the show.
Okay, please.
It's
I'm
called
excited.
Johnny Was.
Thank you.
But back to this, which is Lady Madonna, and even everybody.
Terrible choice.
I think even the hypnotized people all stop and go, "What?"
Because if people are freaking out on weed, wouldn't you have chosen Revolution number 9?
Something like that,
Well,
or
that's the
Helter Skelter.
Or Helter Skelter. But even Revolution 9 is the quintessential song to freak people out. We were freaking out. We were supposed to be high and freaking out.
Yeah,
that's when you do the Revolution number 9 so that you can get one of us to jump out the window.
Or you just don't play the Beatles. Put on Marilyn Manson, put on The Cure,
Floyd,
put on
some of the darker shit like from Animals.
Wall of Sound.
All right. Yeah, I'm all for it.
Harry Chapin would have made you jump out the window.
So a horrible song choice by Earl Douglas with Lady Madonna?
Lady Madonna.
Yeah.
So one of the things, of course, is always people want to hear them get high, but really, really high, right up to the edge of paranoia.
Okay.
Yeah.
One thing, have you found interesting how...
Yeah, she came back under.
She's very borderline, so
Yeah.
she may go in and out.
But even though when we started to ignore her, she popped up and suddenly was part of it.
That's right.
Very, very interesting. All right, so we'll go for
All right,
Everybody's Getting High.
Okay. In a moment, I'm going to count from 1 to 3. When I say the number 3, you'll open your eyes. You'll realize that in my hand, I have brought a really unbelievable joint back all the way from Thailand. This is some super pot. One hit is like taking 10 hits. And everybody's going to get really, really high on the count of 3. And you'll really like doing it, and you'll want to do it more and more. On the count of 3. 1, 2, and 3. Eyes open. Everybody doing pretty good?
Very good. Thank you.
Feeling good, Daddy. Feeling good. Feeling
Right. Well, listen, I brought with me, I have right here, Fez, some really...
Nice. Nice, yes.
Really nice for you. So if you'd like, let me just light it here.
Please do the honors.
Okay, and if you would, here you go. This is for you.
Thank you.
You got it.
Oh my God, Don, that's unbelievable. That's fucking unbelievable.
Yeah, pass it around.
There you go.
Keep it
there
moving.
you go, Pitzie. Now it's a party. Now it is a party in here. Holy shit.
Whoa. Pass it around, Daddy.
Whoa, that's
Holy shit, Don, where the fuck did you get that?
Yeah. It's really, really good pot. Really unbelievable pot. How is it, Shell?
It's really fucking unbelievable.
Yeah,
That
you like
is
it?
weird.
Yeah.
Here, if you would just pass
Let's
it
get
here.
some for the rider.
Someone give me a tape.
Yeah,
We
little
don't
shotgun
wanna
for the
forget
rider.
about the rider, buddy.
Yeah, don't forget the rider.
All right, the room is already getting very weird.
Yeah.
My legs are like down.
I know. The room.
A little harsh, rider? Yeah.
Harsh like a baby doll. Right.
It's like a baby doll.
Hold on, guys.
Yeah, gotta
Let's
hit
give me
another
one more thing. One more.
Double
Double
this for
up.
the
Gotta
rider.
double up, baby.
All right.
Wow.
Yeah, nice.
Oh yeah, it's really, really good.
Keep it going, rider.
Yeah, pass it back.
You guys need any music? Something a little underneath that you could dig?
Yeah.
What do you guys want to hear?
Give me a little Johnny. Can I hear a little Johnny Cash, Daddy?
Johnny Cash. Is your weed music?
Can I lie down for a second?
What do you want to hear, Shell?
Johnny.
I don't know, like Zeppelin or something.
Little Zeppelin. What about for you, Pitzie?
Oh man, that was hard.
Yeah.
I can't take the shit.
You don't like it?
Oh man.
Yeah, pussy.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Where you going? Ryder? Ryder's laying down.
Fucking weird.
Yeah. Oh my God.
All right,
Ryder, look
is-
at this fucking dude.
Ryder's
too high.
All right.
I haven't given it. I haven't had
That
anything
mask
else.
is starting to freak me out.
Yeah,
it
it is.
really is.
Oh, man. Well, you're the way.
Yeah, keep passing it back.
I can barely walk.
Keep passing
Come
it
on, Try
back.
to get the rider up.
Up on the back in the ground.
I never had shit like this before.
Is
yo.
that good?
It's really good.
Don, I'm wondering if everyone's going to start and get a little paranoid knowing that,
Oh my God.
We got any shrooms?
because there's cops
Who's
around.
next?
Why is there so many people around here? Hold it. Where'd you come in?
I'll take that.
Where'd
Yeah.
you come in?
Yeah.
Why is
Bill?
there so... Hold on.
Yeah.
I know we're all having a good time. Why is there so many people? Why is everyone looking at us? And you can't get in laughing.
Yeah.
I'm being serious here. Why? Just...
This is just really weird.
Yeah.
This is too much.
Too much?
The room is like really wavy right now.
Yeah.
Can someone just look somewhere else? Give me some...
Does anybody want me to call the cops and make sure? What's that?
Stop it!
All right.
Stop it!
All right.
Don't ruin my buzz.
Hey, could the asshole with the camera maybe
turn
turn
it
it off?
This isn't funny anymore.
Could someone do something about that?
All right. 9.
I'm just trying to have a good...
1.
No.
What's wrong?
Don't.
Ryder,
get that.
What is wrong?
Someone unplug the phones.
This is fucked up.
All right. What's
This
wrong?
is really
What's
fucked
wrong?
up, man.
Settle him down. He needs to sit down.
If people keep fucking around here, and I hate to curse, because the children of America don't like it, if people keep messing around...
Who's fucking with you right now, Ryder?
Well, first of all, I think you are. There's a man with a camera. There's a couple cackling hyenas over there, and a small little Puerto Rican, and I did not see him when I came in.
This is weird, man.
Who's missing? Somebody was here before and they're gone.
Who went out the door?
Oh no!
They're gonna get him. They're gonna get him.
They got him. I don't know.
They're gonna get him.
Who has
they
him?
got him.
I don't know, but they're gonna get him.
I don't
got
know
him?
who it was, but I know they got him, Daddy.
Oh,
Hey.
my
As
God.
soon as I
door.
snap, as soon as I snap
We
my
need
fingers,
poets
you're
at the door.
all,
what
you're
is-
all glued
wait
to
a minute,
your
wait a minute.
seats
What is,
now.
yeah.
Glued to your
You
seats.
can't glue your seats.
How are we gonna leave?
But what's the story? Wait a minute. What's the story with Bronx Johnny?
What are you
Why?
looking
There's
at?
something about him that just doesn't seem
What'd you
right.
do?
He's just staring us down. He's like staring right
Dressed
at
in
us.
black,
I mean,
mister?
He looks
You
so
know who
big
dressed
right
in
now.
black?
He
Tom
seems
Lister
undercover.
Yeah, he
He
looks so
does.
big.
Are you an arc? I'm dead serious. That little get-up, I've
I
seen
know, it
before.
looks fake, doesn't
I've
it?
seen
No.
it
Like a fake
before.
Bronx
Wait,
outfit.
we gotta
I
get.
have
Let's
television.
get him out of
I
here.
watch Law and Order.
Where's Master Poe?
Yeah,
need
get
some
Master Poe to get him
There's
out of
something
here.
not right about this
Wait a
guy.
minute. Master Paul looks like a cop.
Oh, no!
That's it with that.
Who's watching
That's
the
it with
fucking
that.
door? If
What
Poe's
is
in
going
here?
on?
Wait a minute.
going on?
Who's
Seriously.
watching the door?
Who was here and who's left already?
I don't
Somebody
know.
gone.
Count heads.
There's
Somebody's
somebody
gone.
right here.
There was
Danny.
somebody there.
Danny.
Right here.
There's somebody
Danny.
gone. It's
That's
Danny.
fucking Danny.
Why is he dressed up
Why
like
the
this?
fuck would Danny leave?
And why is he dressed
Why
up
would
like
he
this?
go?
Look at his eyes.
What the
Look
fuck?
at his eyes.
like
Look at his
this.
eyes.
I knew something was going down.
All right,
Look
wait
at
a
his
minute.
I can't even get out of my chair.
Don, do you hear some kind of creaks in the building? Like
Yeah, I do. I hear something.
is
maybe
that?
I
there's
hear
something wrong with the building?
There is something wrong with this building.
We're not safe, man.
We are not safe.
This is like the Matrix when they fucking go in the walls. And
Right.
No.
Fuck yeah.
Oh shit!
This
Check
is
those
taking a
windows.
weird
There's no way out.
I'm feeling
Matrix
a
vibe.
rumbling in the floor.
There's
Yeah,
a
me too.
problem.
Like a
Oh,
psycho,
man.
Daddy.
I can't get out of my chair to get out of here.
What's wrong, Ryder?
This,
It's like a cycle, Daddy. I know we're going
this
down.
is really bad.
Oh my God, we're fucked. Like we gotta get out of here.
I didn't think that the Ryder would be the first to break.
I don't know why everyone keeps laughing.
Ryder, come on, man, I'm breaking up, man. I can't get out of my chair.
I can't get out of my
Is
chair.
everyone still high?
Yeah.
There's
All right.
nowhere to go.
9,
But it's
1.
No,
What is
please,
it?
please.
You don't want a cop here?
No, I don't want a cop here.
Oh, no.
Come on.
What's
Come
wrong?
on, just get back to normal.
I'm really,
I don't want anything.
I'm really
Come on,
having trouble
man.
breathing.
What's
I don't
wrong?
want to be high.
I'm having trouble breathing.
Maybe, you know what? The only thing that settles everybody down,
I'm having
music, the Beatles. The Beatles. When we hear the Beatles,
I knew I should have
that's
done
going
it.
to settle everybody.
I knew I should have.
That's going to settle everybody.
Anytime you hear the Beatle music, you instantly relax.
Yeah, and relax.
We're so
Starting
fucked.
now.
No, man.
May I use the?
No,
I
you
can't
could
chill.
not end up in a better mood. You could not end up in a better mood.
I cannot chill.
Earl, hit the fucking music, please.
What happened?
Yeah, there's a chill fucking song for you. Thanks, Earl.
Daddy-o!
What's happening?
What is wrong with you, Earl? Seriously, out of all the fucking songs you could
I
grab.
was in the middle of loading the song.
You're the funniest.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. Now we're chilled out. Now we couldn't feel any more relaxed. All right. Thanks, Pitzie.
Oh man, it wasn't funny.
How you doing, Shells? Everything okay with you?
I'm alright.
Yeah.
Oh man, fuck.
How you doing, Fezzy? You settled? Everything's cool now.
I'm calming down.
Everything is cool now.
Oh my god, I feel so weird.
What is wrong with you in the music?
Seagulls in the room.
Yeah. Could you imagine how this calms everybody down, though? This music?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cool.
It's a
Much
little
better.
bit soulful.
Yeah.
I want to hear it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You don't have your headphones. She needs some headphones because she's still paranoid.
Everything's weird.
No, everything's back to normal now. Everything's really chilled. We really need to chill Fezzy a little bit. Give him some extra attention.
I'm very thirsty. I have cotton mouth
Do you really?
from that weed, man.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Well, I don't feel like
I'm all together upstairs.
I'm getting hungry.
Yeah, everybody getting a little hungry?
There's nothing in here.
Yeah. But you know what that's filled with? Isn't that filled with the hot sauce that hurt everybody last week?
No, don't do it there.
Yeah, the real bad hot sauce.
I'll do it.
I would strongly suggest not.
Shell
little
wants to
lady.
do the
I'll
hot
do it.
sauce.
I'll do it.
I
Yeah.
strongly suggest don't doing that, little lady.
Why
As
is
soon
that?
as I snap my fingers, there's hot sauce in that bottle. Now.
Oh, she's drinking hot sauce.
That's-
Big mistake, young lady.
Too much.
I need water.
Remember that douche that put hot
And
sauce
you will
on
not
himself?
get sick.
Yeah. Put it on his asshole and his balls.
What happened to that guy?
That's like
loser.
the hottest stuff ever.
Is that hottest?
It's like hotter than habanero
Yeah.
Going
peppers.
near that.
You're not going to do it?
It's bad.
Fez, any for you?
I'll have some.
All right,
Try
give
it,
some
try
hot
it.
sauce
I
for
can't
Fez.
chug it though. I can't
Yeah.
chug it
Put a
like
little
her.
sip. Take a little
Yeah,
sip.
I'm
Put it in the
Just
cap.
a little on your
Put it
tongue.
in the cap.
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
You don't need a lot.
That's fucked up, man.
Oh,
There you go.
That's
All
enough.
right. I'm just gonna. Oh man, that's hot.
yeah.
That's really. That's hot.
How did you do that?
Ryder?
Now it's going down my throat. It's going down my throat.
Ryder, what do you think?
I could.
Come on, do it. Well, I'll do it.
No, Ryder?
You will not get sick.
Will you do it to prove you're the new hardcore producer?
Oh my god.
Down the pants.
Oh my
Extreme
god.
weed.
Down the pants.
Down the pants?
Yeah.
You
Is there
want me
some
to
water?
Yeah.
Yeah, what happened to
Some water, bread, or something?
As soon as,
Yeah, I need
as
something.
soon as I touch you on the shoulder, it's going to be a nice Coca-Cola going down now.
Coca-Cola.
You want Ryder to You want
That's
Ryder
better.
to prove himself. The Ryder
That's
oblige.
Yeah.
The Ryder's not going to like it.
Yeah.
The Ryder knows this is not going to be a good idea.
Yeah.
But the Ryder do what he do,
Yeah.
and he do it best.
Oh
Can
my
I just
god.
put some on my hand
Yeah.
and rub it a little bit?
All right.
really
there he
hot.
goes.
You're going to need to
It's
get
really,
somebody
really
to
hot.
clean that up down there.
This is so trippy.
Ryder, you don't want to do that.
There's the Ryder into his own ass crack.
Oh.
All right.
Oh my god, the rider.
Not so bad.
Oh man.
Stinging a little bit, though.
Yeah. Stinging a little
Stinging
bit.
a little bit, Daddy. Stinging a little bit, Daddy. No, Daddy. No, Daddy. Daddy.
Oh my god.
No. Somebody fan it off. Somebody fan it off now, Daddy. Oh. I need some water. Someone, quickly.
Ryder's
Somebody
gonna
give me
shit
some.
fire later.
All right.
Calm him down, Don. Yeah. Just.
Somebody.
Water now.
Yeah.
Water.
There it is.
Oh,
Do
just
it.
sweet relief. Sweet relief. Sweet relief for the
A
Ryder.
little bit.
Yeah.
Can we get water though?
Yeah,
I
we
know,
really
some-
need
Yeah.
water.
Let's get everybody water.
Please.
Yeah.
Everybody take a nice
It's
deep
just
breath.
hot.
Everybody.
Deep breath in, eyes closed, and sleep.
All the way down for
deep
a second.
sleep.
Yeah.
Sleep.
They're a wild bunch today, huh,
Wow.
Don?
They are in prime form.
Yeah.
Excuse me, that I got the order wrong. Actually, how the segment ends is with the Big A game show where everybody wins, and we'll come down to that. And
That's cool.
Just to wrap up, but before that, they get hypnotized to be your fan club at one point.
Riders fan club?
But the rider is not the rider. Rather, the rider is Dave.
Oh, God.
No. Wait, I'm sorry. I got confused. Fez is the rider.
Fez is the rider.
Dave as the rider is Fez, who does not like the rider.
Oh, my God.
So that was one of the earlier ones, because they start taking some caller suggestions at some point. And then what leads to the moment where I may start to believe in hypnosis in the slightest is a caller suggests that Dave, the rider, be the person who used to do board gossip, is how it's phrased. To do board gossip, but the rider is also there. And what ensues is Eastside Dave is back to do It's Board Gossip, and you start doing it as Dave, and then the rider starts interrupting and goes
over my soul.
And you
have little
interrupts you and goes, "Come on, move on to something new. This is old news." And then Dave responds with, "Excuse me, Mr. Ryder, this is my segment. We're going to do it."
Okay, I remember this. I remember. This is like having a true blue mental breakdown. It's like Don the Hypnotist can actually get a mental breakdown if he hypnotizes you the right way.
Which is A, why I won't let people do that. And B, I mean, the timing. The rhythm. Like, it's not like you could not do this if you tried. And I don't mean that in any kind of insulting way.
Well, it is insulting, you son of a bitch.
Dave, it seems like there are two people in the room. Like, I don't even know if you recorded one person's audio, and then you responded to it. You could time it as well as this organic thing that's happening. It's nuts. And more importantly, your spontaneous board gossip has the cues like you do.
Wow.
Who could it be now? And it's, of course, Happy Typing Girl. And that's where the rider draws his line in the sand. There are tens and thousands of posters on those boards, Daddy, and you focus on the same 3 or 4.
Every
and then
single
runs
week.
him out of town and tells Ron, if he tries to come back, you let me know and I'll take care of it.
Well, the rider wasn't happy, I guess, that the same people always were showing up on board gossip. But then again, it's like, hey, page 6 in the New York Post, they're gonna have like a Kardashian story. Almost every goddamn edition. They're going to have a Taylor Swift. Back in the day, it was a Brad Pitt, Angelina. Every day they're going to have, or every edition of Page 6, they're going to have a little blurb about those folks. So I had no issues with that.
Here's the reality behind Page 6 as well. There are perks to the job. If you are working in radio and you are doing a segment and you want to focus on certain people for personal reasons, you've earned that. If you're first-round ballot Hall of Fame quarterback who went to a team in New York now and you want to send a dick pic to a reporter, you've earned that.
Like Brett Favre?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or if Aaron Rodgers wants to do, I think it would be very funny if he did that to follow in his footsteps.
Yeah. I'm doing everything that Brett Favre did. Except, he liked beer, I like ayahuasca. Is what I do. Yeah.
I mean, it is.
It was a confusing thing. I remember I do have faint memories of this, though. Like, actually, this is not one where I blacked out. But I do have a thing of, it was, like, being pulled apart. It was like my brain was being pulled apart by, like, a demon or something. Because I would start talking, and then myself would be interrupting. And that's hard to reconcile, because I'd start getting pissed off. At who? At me? That's full-on breakdown.
Hard
Basically,
enough to reconcile. How about replicate?
It's fucking mental is what it is.
You can't interrupt yourself organically. Like doing 2 different characters. It's the way you did it, it's impossible. Like,
maybe he is a fucking dark lord of fucking voodoo.
I don't like this. Have you ever been the same since?
No, I told you the rider hasn't left my body. I fucking go. Sometimes it's totally accidental when I start talking like the rider.
I think you might have a lawsuit on your hands.
Don.
Yeah.
How much money are you worth before I go to the trouble of hiring a lawyer and all that, Don? Send me exactly your net worth before I proceed to the courts, because I feel like it's not going to be worth it.
Don, you have 2 choices. You either pay Dave money or you take Rob on the road with you.
Or cast the rider out of my soul.
No,
He's been there enough.
Not an option.
Long enough.
If he leaves now, you might die.
All right. It's time for board gossip.
Razzle dazzle. It's board gossip with Eastside Dave.
A little gossip. It's board gossip time, Daddy-O. Starting off with Whackbag, where Turtle still has a thing out for Eastside Dave. Turtle writes, Dave, why can't you get lost, Daddy? You cannot ride the pine with Ronnie B or Fez and W. Sit down and get out of town, Daddy. Excuse me. My voice is a little... Yeah. Okay, and now it's time for Who Could It Be? Who could it be? Who could it be, Earl? Earl, who could it be? The only one who's not hypnotized today, the only one who's not on the ball. What time is it? Who could it be? From FBA, looks like a certain poster was spotted talking smack about Eastside Dave and hailing the Midnight Rider. That's right, baby. You go get him, sweetheart. Little Jackie-O. Excuse me. This is my segment, Mr. Ryder. Anyway, someone says Dave is gone and forgotten. And now, welcome the Midnight Rider. This person is happy, good at typing, and happens to be a girl. I wonder, who could it be? Why don't you get another gimmick, Daddy? Why don't you come up with another poster? There's over 10,000 people on FBA, 18,000 on RonandFez.net, and 50,000 on Whackpack, and you do the same happy girl every day. This is not your segment, excuse me, Mr. Ryder. This isn't what you do. Now let me finish board gossip, thank you very much. You're done! Your time is history, gossip boy! It's time to hit the road, Jack. It's time to go past. Go on down the clock, Daddy. Tick-tock, it's over for you. I don't see why you're being so horrible on me. And now it's time for Who Could It Be? Who can it be? What Case Avenger cowboy wearing hat asshole is ruining my bit? I wonder, who could it be? You gotta talk the talk, Daddy. You better walk the walk, gossip boy. You better walk it. You better get it down to the final thing. Stop it now. Stop everything now. I'm out. And that's the end of board gossip. Shh. We're always watching. Wow. Having somebody melt down in front of you is seriously fucking scary. That guy tries to come in here again, you tell me, Ronnie B. I'll slap him two times to sideways. Will do. Annals, you're going to do some sports for us, Pitzie?
The Islanders, they won last night. The Islanders won. And the black guy, Barry Bonds, he's black. And he got steroids. And the football with the Peyton Manning, he can't win.
Football with Peyton Manning, he can't win?
No. Tom Brady win.
Yeah.
And that's it. And New Orleans win too.
It's too long. I gotta breathe free. I gotta breathe the Davey Mack air at some point. I gotta stop thinking about rainbows and unicorns and mountains and shit. Fucking wildlife. I'm not even a wildlife guy. I'm much more of a city guy. All I gotta do is I'm constantly thinking of campfires and cowboy spurs.
And you've lived your life only having $1 silver dollar, right?
I grew up in New Jersey. There's no reason I should be constantly thinking of these things. But sometimes I think, for Christmas maybe I'll ask my mom for a saddle. I go, I don't even fucking own a horse.
Or have a girlfriend.
Oh.
That's both of us.
Yeah.
At this point. Please buy some Silk City hot sauce so Ralph can
Silk
afford it.
City hot sauce, baby. It's sweet. Did I tell you? It's also sour. It's sweet and sour, but it's definitely hot and spicy.
And use the promo code RIDER.
Right up.
But so that's Silk City. That's pretty much the hypnosis show. That's certainly the most
was wonderful,
groundbreaking moment of it. And then it does go into everybody being Big A. You play a game show to see who knows the most about Big A, where you're no longer Big A, and then you all win, so you get to go out on the town in the limo for the night with Big A. And everybody's very thrilled about it, especially Fez, which if you know this universe at all is not the kayfabe. Fez is supposed to hate him, but it's a great time. And then
Happy ending.
You guys go to commercial break. You come back unhypnotized, and you kind of do the talk through, which
We-
is pretty much what we just did.
We always like to rehash and discuss what happened a little bit. That's always the little hypnosis post game is always fun.
And Ron prefaces it the way I think we should preface it as well here, which is, we know it's hypnosis. Some of you don't believe it. Don't send us emails. Like,
what can we tell you? You know,
I am about as skeptical in that field as it comes, and I think if you think of the idea of like kind of leaning into it and be willing to go to a drunken state, and I think everybody can kind of understand what was
That's
going
what
on.
it is.
And if you're truly a hardcore skeptic, I encourage you to listen to the segment we put in where Dave is arguing with himself. And then
Please.
waste the weekend trying to replicate anything even close to it.
I'm going to try. I
And
mean,
then-
not on this episode, but let me just say.
But wait, and then once you've done that and you've replicated it, send your results to where for your new show on the Patreon?
DavyMacShows@gmail.com.
And that's for the new show, which is?
Davey Mac's Tales from the Q&A. We have yet to put up our first episode because we want to get a whole bunch of questions. But we're putting up that show, I think, probably this weekend. And the point is, it's for the $5 tier. Because we want to give something a little special to the $5 tier people. So the $2.50 tier still gets the Tales from Satellite month and a half before everyone else. The Patreon, you have all kinds of exclusive shows. The $5 tier gets you the Davey Mac Q&A, which will only be available on Patreon. We are not going to put that one up on YouTube. That will only exist on Patreon. But wow, that was a very epic fucking show. I mean, that episode was beyond insane. Way bigger than I remembered. The amount of, notable sketches and segments, but I had forgotten about the split personality fucking meltdown, and I'm actually scared.
That's the moment where I think I went, Jesus Christ, this is the greatest thing I've ever heard. Like, in all seriousness, that's where I was like, you need to stop kind of, like, doing other things. You need to focus on this because it's worth listening to with 100% of your attention. Like, it's truly brilliant. And what's curious now, is this has been within a week. I know it's been a month and a half for you, Tales from the Satellite listeners, but literally, you got voted out. Ryder came in, hypnosis show, within a week.
Within a week.
And it feels like this is the perfect point to wrap up the Rider, right? Like, maybe we end it here, but the show ends, and I gotta ask, at what point do you guys have the conversation? Okay, where are we going with this?
Never.
Never.
Never. We decided to go with the Rider, and I believe he went a lot longer than I even realized. Because remember, I was doing, like I said, the luchador and the thing. My skin started to chafe and shit. I was wearing that luchador mask because, don't forget, post-show. So I get, the subway is like, I'm there at 8:30, probably leave by the end of the Ron and Fez show somewhere around 6 o'clock.
You have to get across town to do
Right,
the
the
other
92.3.
show. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
and then you're still maintaining two distinct lives.
Right.
Two distinct shows, two distinct
and
characters.
I had to keep it on in case any goddamn O&A strap hangers and lingerers were going to be around there. And yes, we would go to 92.3 Free FM. So my point is 5:45. I would keep on the gimmick the entire time there until we walked over to Free FM. And then for whatever
Which is
reason,
awesome.
Eastside Dave worked at 92.3 K-Rock with Ron and Fez. Midnight Rider never did.
Not for whatever reason, for the reason we talked about, which is you got those votes back. It was their way of...
Oh, right!
And I think we talked about a little bit last time. Ronnie wanted to give you a bit of a break of just here's a normal show.
I think I would have had permanent skin damage.
Yeah.
Because you're not supposed to be wearing those luchador masks for literally 8 hours straight.
No, I know.
Longer.
Try having sex.
9 hours straight. So you're not supposed to do that. I don't know how Rey Mysterio does it.
It's very impressive.
It's amazing.
And it's amazing because this is not what we're talking about here, but you're also on the show. Ron and Fez were known for being the champion of game shows, Mr. Game Show.
Yes.
What was the one big money, no whammy stop?
Press your luck.
Press your luck.
Love that.
So we have the great bit You get voted off. They work it so you leave. You come back as the rider. End the show that day. It's gold, radio gold. Everybody goes, that was a great bit by Dave. Wasn't that so funny? Then you continue into the hypnosis show. It could fall apart. In that show, we talked about it. There are at least 3 like radio gold classic bits, but you keep pushing the luck.
Yeah.
And at every point as a listener, you're waiting. The ball's going to drop. Dave's going to slip. He's going to become Dave on. And the only person who consistently screws up the Dave versus Ryder is, of course, Earl Douglas.
Earl Douglas with the stupid song selections, Lady Madonna, What Were You Thinking, and other assorted mistakes.
That, but I'm saying specifically,
yeah,
he's bad at calling you either Dave or the Rider.
Oh,
that's
he
where
keeps
he
calling me the wrong
either
name?
Dave or the Rider, and he can't even keep himself straight as Safi versus Earl. And
he just needed to.
One last question.
We needed to get him a costume. Now, one time, because he wears all the black, I took a bunch of Post-its.
Sticky notes, yeah.
And that's what we did to give him, because that's what Dusty, that's what Safi wore, was a black outfit with yellow polka dots on it.
Now, Earl likes to turtle when things aren't going well. He likes to just focus on the computer in front of him. He likes to fake a sick ginger ale.
Right.
Or fake sip an empty ginger ale.
Empty ginger ale, okay.
It's been a long day, folks. The interaction you have wherever he's down as the rider and you make him get up and dance with you must have been the most psychologically frustrating thing in the world. And I love it every time. Because it's true, if you get up and dance to that song like the Rider and Sapphire, you can't stay in a bad mood.
Can't.
Right? But you just, it's the, like, if pre this show you had been like, get up and dance with me, Rob.
Come on, Robert. Let's dance, baby. Let's boogie woogie. Let's shake it out. Let's shake a leg. Let's get funky like a monkey, baby. We should refrain from that last phrase when talking about Earl Douglas, baby, because some people are gonna run with that one. But let's boogie woogie and let's get down into town, Daddy.
If you hit me with that, and everybody else around, like Roy and all the other people, were cranking, American Dream.
That's right.
Ray, my landlord, would have to come separate us. I think we would have been so frustrated, but it's truly an amazing bit. And we're going to look at a big Earl Douglas meltdown on the next episode of The Satellite.
Ooh.
But until then, Dave, you got a million things going on. You say it all the time. Why don't you break it down for the people as quickly as possible, and perhaps you do it as the rider.
Make sure. Oh, Jesus Christ. Make sure you listen to the David Mack Sports program. You're subscribing on the podcast, your audio podcast, your iTunes, your Spotify, your Amazon Musics, wherever you get your audio podcast. But we also put up a beautiful video version on the YouTube. That's for David Mack Sports program. We're having a good time. It's me, Bobby. It's Roy Horner. It's Big A Andrew Gold. Sometimes it's a Bobo, and it's all kinds of fun. Then we got Yaddle Cheddle. It's a Star Wars podcast hosted by me and Jedi Jarrett, and we do a fun job of talking Star Wars and all kinds of movies, Bobby. And then we got the Eastside David Son Wrestling Show, nationally syndicated wrestling show, Daddy, may I add, where I discuss wrestling with my son. And then we got the Morning Rat Race with Carl and Dave on 95.9 FM, 10 straight years of being number one at the Jersey Show, baby. Listenership of 1.7 million people. Come on, Daddy. And, of course, Tales from the Satellite, baby. This is where it's at, and this is what it's going to happen, because we got one more silver dollar. We ain't going to let them catch me. No, we ain't going to let them catch the Midnight Rider.
Thank you for tuning in, radio fans, and good night.
I gotta run to keep from hiding. I'm bound to keep on riding. And I got one more silver dollar. And I ain't gonna let them catch me, no. I ain't gonna let them catch the Midnight Rider.